get this like real nice cut on the shoulder from it, and then it's gonna fit real nice in the chest, and you're just gonna get like a little abdomen, just a what do we like to say, a tasteful exposure.
Will the armholes big enough though?
Yes, maybe. I don't know. We'll probably have to turn it into a cutoff. We'll probably have to turn it into a cutoff.
What did I say?
I mean, all right. I'm just saying, like, I've got some shirts that really it's squeezing. It looks like, when like
no, it's gonna what it's gonna sort of do is like roll up. It's gonna roll up, and it's gonna look sort of like you've got like a muscle cuff from the shirt, and then it's gonna be fitted through the body. And then what I said again, a little tasteful exposure of the abdomen.
Show the happy trail off.
Just like a little like, hey, what are like just hard to look away from.
Just a little bit
sort of like, you know how it is where you look down and you're like, And
then I'll finally get to become my kin of who's the Shadow of the Hedgehog and the Chaos Emeralds. Because then I'll be a Chaos Demon.
Yeah. I think it's fitting. I think it behooves you.
Aziva, what if I would only wear that shirt, but then I'd have to go out and I'd buy like a big foam, like Sonic the Hedgehog hat, like spray paint it black, and then just buy some really big floppy shoes. None of them wear pants, so I guess I'd just be running around in the tank top with big floppy shoes, wearing a black spray painted Sonic the Hedgehog hat. Just cosplay to the highest.
We were talking about helmets and costumes for Ativa, because they've got this idea for. Well, do you want to tell them about your costume concept that you were coming up with?
I just want to get ordained as a minister so I can go on the ski resort mountains dressed up like as a realistic looking penguin and like actually legally be able to marry people on the spot, like on the mountain.
So many young couples would make so many bad decisions.
I feel like it would be great. I feel like it would be so great.
For the TikTok, come on. Oh, they're probably not a real ordained minister anyway. It won't count. Come on, sweetie. And you're just there like, all right, no, this signature really here, signature right, here. Yeah. All right, great. How long have you guys been dating? 3 weeks. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Yeah, except for because I'm going to be dressed up as a penguin, I'm going to talk like this. I'm going to walk around and be like, hey, you want to get married? Yeah, just
it's like the cousin to Iago from Aladdin.
I'm gonna be like, we're gathered here today. You guys are so beautiful. I could just. Oh, sorry, that was some of my.
You gotta bring some frozen fish with you.
Yeah. As I'm flipping through my wedding binder, there's gonna just be like a wet fucking fish that's just like
it just falls
onto the ground, be like, sorry, one sec.
As a snack for later.
I want it to still be flopping. I want it to hit the ground and flop.
Yeah, I think it would be a great bit and would work. And I also think I could take it further than just the mountain, you know, once people have seen me officiate some marriages as a penguin.
Can you imagine the drone footage coming over the mountain, descending down into a wedding party, and then the two getting married part, and there's just this penguin standing there, this rock hopper penguin.
Yeah, with the crests that come around. I'd have to make sure that every time I walk or I waddle with my skis on, just like really subtly, I'm like.
Dear God, it keeps making penguin sounds and sets off an avalanche.
That was the other reason why I wanted to dress up as a penguin too, is because like on the mountains, I could be wearing my skis and it'll look like I'm waddling up like a penguin, and then I just like take off skiing down the mountain in full penguin costume, just like.
I wish there was a way for you to do like a body slide as a penguin.
I mean, depending on what the costume
That's what I said.
Made out of.
I was like, you don't even need skis. Just get up there and then just belly flop and just ride it.
If you get like a It would be really hard to get a perfectly, I guess, an oval tube.
Just don't faceplant into a rock.
I feel like this would have to be a very custom order to like.
Here's the thing. I think that once you get a like penguin costume, like Ativi was talking about, it kind of works like being a penguin. You just sort of have the, you've got rudders to steer for arms, and you just go down there to just do the thing. Just do it face first, like they do.
I mean, I could very easily test the theory by just belly sliding down the mountain in my snowsuit. Like, technically, snowsuit should be able to handle that fine. I would wear a helmet.
I mean, I personally am not willing to test that theory on a black diamond, but go off, Queen.
Well, no, I won't do it on a black diamond, but I'm also not going to do it like on the bunny hill. I'll do it on a green. Like, greens, depending on where you are. Like, if I were to go to Copper Mountain, I could definitely try. No, if I were to go to Copper Mountain, the only reason why I wouldn't be able to try it actually is because the staff would get mad at me. And they'd be like, you can't be sliding down on your belly.
You should definitely do it on the bunny hill.
And then you should be like, I can't. Look, I'm doing a real good job at it.
Just aim for the kids on the bunny hill. Just
you could like shoot between people's legs.
Try to get a strike like bowling. Just make sure you wear a helmet.
Isn't there? Oh God, I played a game like that where you would bowl the penguins. And then,
oh fuck, that's like an old Flash game, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think so.
Like a really old, like, oh wow, that was a deep one.
It's like a polar bear, like.
Wasn't it bloody too? It was like really bloody or something. It was like you're bowling like baby seals or something. Like it was just all violence. It was like throw the penguin at the baby seal or some shit.
Guys, speaking of violence. We are actually gathered here today to reunite some characters in the pastoral, scenic, gorgeous destination known as Barovia.
Woot woot. I have not opened this character sheet in
a fat minute.
Months.
Hey, listen, Rob and Xander have been opening their character sheets pretty regularly.
Should I be at full HP though?
Yeah. I think sometime in the last week you probably did get a long rest.
According to my character sheet, I have inspiration.
I believe you.
It's just been sitting there forever, I guess.
What do I tell you? Hey, listen, what do I tell you all about inspiration? What do I tell you?
She probably used it for Strahd.
She might have gotten it back from Strahd. She was, listen, Svetlana's been a good little girl for the last
Svetlana's been enjoying herself.
Enjoying herself? I don't know about that.
She certainly thinks she's enjoying herself.
We'll give you the whole course in once we're in game because technically we spied on you.
You spied on her.
Scried. It's not technically spying. It's scried.
Scripied.
We had to know where you were, what was going on, and we got a picture.
A beautiful picture.
Scandalous.
A postcard-esque picture from Castle Ravenloft. Of a pure and true love. A story for the ages. Their adoration for one another.
We do send out a Christmas card every year, so it makes sense.
It's blasphemous, and that's why they love it.
It's just her and Strahd, but they're just holding some crying child they've kidnapped and are about to eat. And they're both just looking down at it hungrily, but in like a nuclear family kind of. Yeah,
the fire's raging behind them. There's boughs of holly.
Actually, it's just like corpses upon corpses stacking on itself. And amongst the corpses, laying in a baby swaddle, is Strahd dressed up as baby Jesus. And I'm dressed up as...
It's the manger scene.
As Mary. And I'm like this over him with like a halo.
He is just wearing a cloth diaper.
Yeah, all he's wearing is a cloth diaper. And that's our Christmas. And then at the bottom it says, Happy Chrysler. That is the holiday, right? Question mark. And then that's what the greeting card looks like.
You hear it in Svetlana's voice when you look at it. Also, it's one of those where you shift it one way, you see one image, and shift it the other way. It's got that sort of like plastic,
like a fucking live photo on an iPhone.
So you see them like standing like, you know, with the, like, we're gonna eat this baby, and then you shift it to the other side, and it's Strahd in the
And Strahd is the baby.
yeah, and Strahd's a baby, and then yeah, we've got this you know, sort of Virgin Mary iconography.
She's holding a little baby skull rattler over him.
Yeah.
Great.
He's just ah.
I'm so glad you guys got the holiday letter, though. I'm very glad. I was hoping that I thought he was lying to me when he said that he sent it to you.
There's one other thing we see in this greeting card, and that is Juwan standing to your left, dressed as Joseph.
Well, Juwan is with me.
He's alive.
In the card.
Ish.
But he's not with me. God damn it. What the fuck? That does not even make any sense. How are you going to make this canon?
That does not bide well for Juwan. He is, ooh, buddy. I mean, we didn't leave him in a good position, but like, might have been left in a better position than he is in now. At least he was happy. In
We're gonna find out, and I have to say, I already have answers to the question. We're just gonna see how quickly y'all figure it out.
Did you guys know that the person whose wedding we went to was Foxy Mommy's wedding? The woman who betrayed us and trapped us in what is now Clover's domain. I got to go to her wedding. It was great.
They exchanged swords, which I did a magical incantation over.
Yes.
Did you steal the gifts?
No, I didn't. She's actually a really lovely human being.
She's fantastic.
I love her. Anyway. Shout out to Haven.
We love you.
We love you.
Who wants to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Is there reason why we're here?
Since you require of us to show hands.
I gotta make sure everybody's on the same page here.
Well, you just gotta be ready to catch those hands, is all I'm saying.
Step.
She just has a basket
Listen,
of hands.
hey, listen. I believe
Let's play
that.
some D&D.
Yeah.
Just outside in the backyard playing catch like father son, but then it's just a hand. It's just a hand getting thrown back and forth, and like, good catch, good throw. Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is still ichor sort of flinging off when you catch it. It sort of spatters.
There's a dog running back and forth.
There, yeah, exactly.
Waiting for one of them to throw it a little bit short.
You see it nibbling on a pinky as the son runs over to pick it up.
Yeah. Oh.
No, give it.
Oh, well, all right.
Well, do you guys know what time it is?
2:47.
About 5:47.
6:47.
Sorry. All of you were wrong. It's time for the round robin. During the round robin, we like to do four distinct things. First thing we do is introduce ourselves. The second thing we do is share with one another and the world our pronouns. The third thing that we do, put a finger down if you're an asshole. And the fourth and final thing is offer a vivid, aesthetic description of our characters so that they may live in each and every one of our brain holes, because I like to vividly hallucinate with my friends on the internet for 2 to 3 hours at a time. Not enough days of the week, but often multiple times per day. And today is no different. So, without further ado, Xander, why don't you take it away and show the folks at home how it's done.
Hey, Xander, he, him pronouns, playing Narasine Clover, the tiny fae whose own skin she must flay. She's changed a little bit since the last time we've seen her in this campaign, where she was more akin to a tiny slutty nun or priestess prior, with a glowing eye of Vecna, and prior to some fox shenanigans, a lovely clockwork eye, which was taken from her. She now resides in a more humble garb, mainly just a thin white linen, just plain dress with a simple belt. Laying at her side would be a chained hook whip, at the end of which resides a gnarly little meat hook. With almost razor blades, basically running the length of the chain, interspersed between each link.
This was one of my favorite creations. A chain link like this with a small dowel across the middle, at the center of which is a tapered blade with little barbs around it, so it dug into the flesh and then pulled as it was retracted.
She also has what looks more just like a long iron spike torture implement with just like some rough leather kind of wrapped around the hilt. As we move up, you would just notice that she now wears a porcelain mask that covers only the top half of her face. It seems to be very ornate and is just a pure white porcelain. Then she just has her backpack, and yeah.
Skin and hair. What do we see of her hair exposed?
Her hair is significantly shorter now. It has been where it was once. I want to say like mid back. It is now probably more akin to like just like kind of a shaggy short hair, like where it's almost like it was cut very short but without like care for
just like
for
you
how
bundled
it
it
looked.
up and just sort of like
Yeah. And skin is a lot paler. She looks a much lighter green, and she doesn't seem quite as muscularly toned. She seems more lithe, more just thin. Not frail, but just like lithe.
a little sinewy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Narasine.
Fantastic. All right, Rob, take it away. Oh God, can he hear? What's up?
Okay, Roman, Robert, I go by him, and I've been playing Northern Magic, the sailor, monk, and also sorcerer. Part of the draconic passion, and also now ventured into more than the seas and into all the planes, it seems. Well, he has gone off into what you will seem an adventure with the Mercenary Guild, lost an arm in the process, and also went ahead and into try and save people that just decided to go into the domains of dread for some reason. But as of it is now, that has led into a bigger adventure that involves a bit far more than he signed up for, really. But he's still trying to see it through.
Hey, how many new god friends did you get on your little side quest adventure?
At the very least, 2 that we consider friends. At the very least, 1 that is not so much friendly, but
he's amazing. We love him.
No. I'm speaking of Horus Ray.
Oh yeah. Really? Are we calling him a friend?
No,
That's
I'm
the
not.
one we're not quite. Yeah, we don't know where we stand with him.
Exactly.
I'm thinking old man and cool beer bro.
I forgot about the old man. Shit.
Yeah.
He gave you the most.
Yes, but it's not the one that we spend the most time with.
Are you muted? Are you talking to us?
Yeah, I was just mentioning on hanging out with some gods. That's cool.
A few of them. They took Set on a fucking like wild like ride. Set they convinced this god that they were sent to kill. To like
Run away with us.
yeah, just run it. You know what? Hey, why don't you just listen? We've got some like dope shit to do. Do you want to come along?
Wait, so you guys have a god with you right now?
No,
not anymore.
No, he went home.
Yeah, he had to go back and deal with the onslaught of Horus Ray coming to like steal his domain.
It was just like an interdimensional carnival cruise.
Yeah, he just took a couple days off from work and went on a fucking walkabout to Earth.
We also had basically a dinner party with him and the Raven Queen.
Nice.
That's true. At his tiny hut.
I'm an avid worshiper of the Raven Queen, but like in real life, not in this game, because in this game I worship no one.
Well, Svetlana doesn't worship her. And why would she? Tell us more about Noller.
Well, other than that, you could say human variant, about 5'11 feet, about 5 feet 11 inches, and also, well, black boots, leather, black pants, with some leather straps that he uses just to hang on to things when he was on a ship, and sometimes when he's in other precarious situations, sash, and also a black shirt and a blue half coat that is just hanging all the way from his shoulder all the way and makes like almost as a half cape all the way down, and a blue headscarf. And on his face, well, you could see things. For example, you could see a couple of hair scars and also his face. He has a little bit of a beard, slightly, just slightly, and other than that, braces on his hands, and one hand is completely metal and now has also a tiny black gem. Diamondish, crystalline, a bit of black, kind of, but he's kind of stronger, basically.
He's been
so
empowered.
Good when it's sorted.
He got a he got some magic powers.
Sounds like he got some drip.
He does have a little bit. That, I mean, it's not. Listen, we're not. This is Noller. We can't go full Thanos over here.
I was gonna say he's got the Thanos. He's getting the Infinity Stones one by one.
There's there's something to be said for just enough but not too much.
Well, I'm still considering Nolan, and depending on what happens, I might change his design to drip him out a bit differently.
Hey, listen, there's tailors in town. All right. Hey, y'all ain't seen it in a minute, but please welcome back Ativa Panic.
Hello. I can't believe you're actually streaming this game too. It's pretty great. Hi, I'm Ativa Panic. It is pronouns, but it also doesn't really matter. I will be playing. Well, I don't actually know if I'm actually playing Svetlana. It's weird. It's a weird thing. Like I'm Svetlana, but like I don't actually know if Svetlana is still Svetlana at this point.
She's always Svetlana.
So yeah, Svetlana is a 6'5", Dampier blood hunter, Order of the Lycan, because she can like do the wolfy thing.
She's 6'2". She's the same height as me.
Whatever. It's between 6'2" and 6'5". I don't.
In heels.
Technically, she's like 8 feet tall because she's wearing 20-inch heels. But so she's like 8 feet tall, super, super gaunt and skinny, not actually sure what she's wearing right now.
It's a red dress. It's a beautiful red, sort of like micro scale dress that cuts high up on the left hip and then rakes a sharp angle downward towards the right ankle, which draws our eye to these gem encrusted scale stilettos with this like ostrich skin platform. And the heel is crystal that comes down. It tapers to a sharp blade on the back and an actual stiletto point on the heel.
Very nice. It's still 20 inches tall, right?
Yeah. Oh, you also do have most of your old necklace. Well, not your necklace, actually, Tatiana's, but the one that you stole and the gem which you kept and was retrieved by Strahd had been removed from it and proved not to be a gem at all. Oh, and you've just consumed that forcefully.
What about my egg? Where's my egg?
Oh, you've got a lot of things that you've lost along the way, haven't you?
It's really not fair that you can't even let me try and not lose them.
Oh, I would like to also say you have no other armor or weapons. You just have the dress. It does count technically as scale mail, although it doesn't really cover a whole lot up top, the plunging neckline being what it is, and the low cut back.
So you could actually probably really well see her scar on her chest right now, but you probably can't see the scar on her back because her hair is probably down at this point, and she has really long hair.
I'll go ahead and just set this scene as we see you running out from the tunnel. We see you just coming down this tunnel, illuminated from behind. And as you come out the far side of it, we see the light of tremendous torches along the front of Castle Ravenloft. And hear those heels and stilettos clattering over the stony bridge that leads down into this open plain. And clouds build in the sky, and lightning begins to strike out to the trees in the distance. And you just see fiery explosion. I'm DMing Hadley. Yes. Sometimes that's just how it goes, you know? We gotta, plus we gotta get the band back together, so we gotta know how that's gonna go, and, it's just how it goes. He, him pronouns. Here for about 65% or so of your DMing needs, because I don't do maps. What maps go?
Not even in real life.
Doesn't even do
maps in real life.
Yeah, no. Listen, 8 people yesterday. It was a delight. It was a good crowd. And they already had, the best part was they knew one another, so they had good energy already going. There were no team dynamics to have to work out. We could just jump in.
Oh yeah, because we all worked together and knew each other. Yeah. I know, the fact that Tazi and Holden ended up being brothers just cracked me up. Also, I did not know that Google Meets has the new feature that you can use push to talk. What?
Stepping up in the world. You can constantly control your D?
Yeah, so you can activate push to talk, and then you just push the space bar to talk. It's great.
Love it. Sweet. let us then set the scene for Narasine and Noller. When last we saw you, you'd made your way quite by force into Barovia. You were left at the cracked edge of our map, so to say, looking in towards the village of Barovia. As you made your way to town, you found it, well, all but sundered. Everyone in town had been murdered brutally in a number of methods. And making your way through this just horrifying bloodbath. Met with some Vistani by a very low river. It looked like the life in this place had been siphoned away and the water along with it. And after a meeting with Madame Eva and a good night's sleep and a heavy night's rain, you woke to, well, I guess as serene and beautiful a scene as one can here in pleasant Barovia. As you looked out over a river now filled with water, churning gently. The birds in the distance. You can certainly hear there are birds in the trees. They don't seem to be nearby, but there's just enough sort of like there's birds around. You had a nice little breakfast, and you were advised that you should return to the village of Barovia because there was something there you needed to see. And when you arrived, well, things were as normal as you could expect them to be in Barovia. People were milling about, going about their day as if nothing had happened. The streets not filled with blood, but people moving around in at least as normal a way as you could expect them to in this sunny Barovia. Um, it's it's not sunny. There's sort of like an orangey yellow hue over everything. And you've been in town for the better part of the day, and what you could consider day. And everyone you have encountered is big NPC energy. Most people eschew you entirely, as if you are not standing. They do not consider you. They don't look at you. Those that do look at you only do so in disdain. And their gaze is penetrating, but if you try and like talk to them, they flee. They scurry away. Getting accommodations is pretty easy because you could literally walk in and grab a key, and no one would stop you because no one would acknowledge your existence at all. And night has just fallen. The last little bit of red over the horizon has given way to an eerie feel in the streets. There's a low hanging fog that begins to encroach from all sides. And you find yourselves suddenly realizing that the only sounds you hear are that of tavern and inn signs creaking softly in this swirling breeze. Um, as you look down one street and then another, it seems like all of these mists are moving directly towards the two of you. And you look around and you don't see Esmeralda, having lost her earlier in the day.
She did say she was going to commune with nature. The dog went with her. So, thoughts? No, what else? Ask nursing.
I mean, we really should try and find him. But also, aren't you a bit worried about this town?
How should I put this? Yes, but you know the feeling of you've seen this before? When you're...
She looks up at you with no eyes and says, "Go on."
Right. You still remember when we were in what is now your brother's place? Your
Yes.
supposed brother. But anyways, the people there just reappeared.
His name is Clover.
Yes. But regardless of that, it's pretty much the same that it was back then. People just reappear as if nothing happened when a massacre or something like that happened. This is almost pretty much the same. Almost.
Oh, do you think it's a similar kind of deal?
Do all dimensional drake have some kind of roots and an underground tree that just suspends everyone in place? I don't know.
Remember, those root caverns went on for miles underneath, well out of the territory.
I don't know. But I guess we can figure it out.
As you say, I guess we can figure it out. Miller, there's this taste on your tongue. It's acrid. It's like when you eat pineapple and you can sort of feel the enzymes eating you back, but there's none of the sweetness. It is acrid, and as you sort of like sniff at the air itself, you realize that this fog has begun to encroach around the two of you. And I need Constitution saving throws from the both of you.
Since we're here in area now. 30-20.
13.
Nursing, your eyes starts to itch reflexively.
She starts to, and then she's like, "Wait, look."
Sort of like, yeah, it's a sympathetic sort of feeling. And then you sort of feel the edge of your left nostril just like starts to drip. You didn't even feel it building. You just feel the drip on and you rub it, and your nose starts to like burn. And as you sort of wipe across your hand, both of your nostrils begin to sear. And if you still had tear ducts, you would be crying right now.
Can I expend 5 from my my lay on hands to cure disease, neutralize poison?
You're still going to take this damage, but what I'll do is you won't take anything ongoing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You're going to take 7 points of damage.
Gotcha.
As you sort of like sniffle and then cough and then get like a big lungful of this shit. Noller, you just sort of suppress any reaction to this, just knowing that your body will be able to do whatever the fuck it needs to do to handle it. But your experience of this is still sensationally like burning of your nostrils, watering of your eyes just a little bit. It feels like there's almost like a film over your eyes as you blink. It's just sort of like there's a haze and then the fog. And there's not a whole lot of illumination right now. There are some torches, like at street corners, which you can see in the distance, sort of like hazily illuminate in a couple of different places. and then you hear scratching coming from far down the road. Svetlana. Hello.
Yes.
I know that you are light on your feet, but you are running over cobblestones in 20-inch platform stilettos. And so I will need an appropriate dexterity check or performance check to make sure that you can do it in a graceful manner.
Bad.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
Bad.
I think we see from like under this bridge. We follow it up from these murky waters.
To be fair, the
like,
heels are made out of crystals, so
just ancient stones. And as we rise up, we just see muck and moss hanging from between them. We come up and see the arches now and hear the clattering of these tremendous platforms over stone. And at one point, we just see the stiletto stick and your foot not, and we just see one of those bands of rubies just shatter and begin to clatter over the stones, falling between each of them as you land hard on your right side. And you get a little bit of rub on the back of your arm. But as you sort of like roll over, you realize the scale dress is like taking this abuse and and you're like riding it out. You're like, okay. You are down one shoe. It's back there about 15 feet. And we see you put your hands down onto a very large stone at what you realize is the very end of the structure of Castle Ravenloft. And beyond it is just the dirt road that leads one northward and then one immediately west, but then making a hard turn back over the river through the woods to Barovia.
To grandmother's house? Oh.
Yeah, sorry about that. I know
I have no mouth. I know it's because my blinds are open and the window is open as well.
It's because Ativa is actually radiant and has an aura.
I'm a ghost.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm on the ground now?
Your hand just literally crossed over the threshold.
What was I just running from?
Castle Ravenloft, where
just in general. Cool. So I just made it out. I made it out. Is essentially what you're saying?
It's literally what I'm saying. Not essentially what I'm saying. It's
literally what you're saying is I made it out. Okay, cool. I do not have any of my shit though, like
correct.
At all.
You have a beautiful, beautiful dress, which is dirty, but obviously very robust.
Fucking damn it. I'm just gonna run. Wait, yeah, no, I'm actually going to fucking take off the other shoe.
A good choice. A good first move. Muted. Got to hold your button.
No, I just exited out of the window and thought it would keep.
Oh.
I also am going to transform. And be in my hybrid form.
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna run in like hybrid form
Okay.
as fast as I can towards probably like yes towards Barovia, but like the most direct route that I would know that would take me to Eva's camp to speak, like to talk to her.
Okay.
Because she's the gypsy lady, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. So like I would that would be like that's exactly who I would be headed for right now. I have nothing else. Like I didn't escape with anything. Is there like anything I can do to see if I escaped with anything that I could actually like use against him as I'm running?
Did I do a bad job?
No. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was grasping at straws. So yeah. So I'm now wolf lady, like, but I didn't rage. I just transformed. Like I'm probably not angry. I'm probably just a little panicked.
Okay.
And I'm just running as a wolf, just like bounding towards that camp.
You are not running for very far before you smell fresh blood in the air. Like not very far at all. You sort of round that bend and come up over the river.
Is it blood that I recognize? Is it blood that I recognize?
There's a lot of it.
But like, have I smelled it before?
I mean,
what I'm saying. Like, I know what. Like, is this specific blood? Have I smelled this specific blood before? I try everyone's blood, Hadley.
I know. Here's the thing. When you sort of scent at it, it is Vistani blood.
Okay.
But there's a lot of different. There's like too many of everything that you would register. Those little like chemicals that ring in your head, and bring back the memories of the people that you. This is like too much of that to pick anyone out currently, and I need a Wisdom or Constitution saving throw, please.
Nine. Bad.
Awesome.
I can't roll.
Can I get you to go ahead and burn a rage? And can I get 2 D100 rolls, please?
So her new character is going to be...
Okay. You said D100?
2 D100s, please.
2 D100s.
Yeah. And you might need a D. You might need a D8 too.
D100.
You don't have. You do have D100. You got to roll the 2 D10s and know which one's the 1 and which one's the 10s.
Yes. Yep. Thank you. It's okay. The computer will just tell me.
Correct.
21.
21.
And...
Okay. Excuse me.
17. And then, because I'm raging, I have to roll a D8. Wait, that's a D12, right? Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
What'd you get?
Until my rage ends, if anything attacks me, they take 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution.
You're also gonna get this weird spectral shield, which I imagine sort of like out from the red dress, creating this faint red aura around you. And that's gonna last until it doesn't need to.
What's it do?
It gets +2 to your AC.
+2?
Yeah.
Okay. Change. Bye.
You do it? You make do?
I think so, but nothing's different on my sheet. Do I need to refresh?
Probably not. Should just do it. We'll deal with that in just a second. Because the aspect of your rage that sort of bears out is that we literally see you turn more animalistic.
Like full wolf?
Like wolf in a red dress. Yeah. Which has begun to sort of like give way in a fashion. It's not breaking; it just seems to have like opened up a little bit to meet you, as if somebody knew when they were making this dress that you were lycanthropic and that this might happen.
Okay. 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 So now I have like some like scale armor around my wolf
it's still
body.
Quite. It looks more like a scale vest, with like kind of a. The cut is like appropriate now, given your size, that it sort of sits towards the top of the chest.
Okay.
But you come tearing around this corner. We see your claws just fucking rake up dirt, as you are drawn primally towards this just bloodbath in the distance.
Damn it.
And as you follow this river, whose level seems to have diminished quite significantly, it's still a flowing, bubbling river, but the water levels dropped several feet. And as you run up, you see but a single torch sputtering, and the encampment of Vistani are absolutely fucking torn to shreds. Their tents are like ruined. There's bodies laying open.
I know that you were gonna do this. God damn it! I knew it. Okay.
No, it's okay because we're gonna go check on Nercy. Hey y'all. Noel, you hear scratching in the distance? A raking sound even over cobblestones and gravel. And then you hear sort of and then you hear howl. That starts with almost a chuckling growl and rises into a tone that Narasine, eyelessly, you realize is vibrating the pane of glass on your right side sympathetically. And seconds later, Svetlana, you hear that howl. And then almost from both of these places in Barovia, here, 3 other howls meet it. And those howls for Narasine and Nolar are much, much closer.
I will get the whip.
Okay.
It does seem like that we have company.
Can I get an intimidation or performance check from Narasine as you unfurl this implement?
We're going intimidation for an 18.
18. Okay. As you drag this thing across the stone, we see its hooked end spark against the rock a little bit, and we hear the rattle of that chain as it comes to a rest beside you. And for a moment, there is a pause. And did you say that you wanted to howl in response, Svetlana? Do you want to break me off a little piece of that?
I do it in real life.
Yeah. Yeah, probably if I'm like looking around this camp, but then I hear those howls, I'm still kind of like in animal mode because like blood everywhere. So I would probably just like raise up my head as well and be like, oh. For however long like the symphony of howls lasted.
Can I get an intimidation check from Svetlana real quick?
What am I trying to intimidate?
Can I get an intimidation check
No,
and ask her questions?
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
What
Sorry.
did you get?
I mean, I didn't. I just didn't. And I rolled a one. I rolled a one. I rolled a one.
You rolled a 1.
Yeah, but it's okay because I wasn't really trying to intimidate anyone.
I was just, well.
She said, "Come beat me up."
Come get some of this, hey boys. She just like, oh, woo, woo.
Yeah. All the other wolves.
Just the old Yahoo ads.
And Christina Aguilera, like,
in the midst, there's just a producer at like at a booth, just like out of nowhere, like yeah.
Just start mixing this right now.
That's how they made what. That's how they made what the fox say, didn't you know?
Yeah, I mean that's technically how all recording. So yeah, you guys hear another sexy howl in the distance.
That one sounds less intimidating. Is that one? Was that one a mating call? What was that?
I was trying to intimidate them. What?
Like one?
I needed a narrative check. Listen, I needed a narrative check on that. All right.
One is very threatening, kind of guttural howl. That one was like, was that the dog from earlier?
It was sensual.
Yeah, it sounded more like very loud moaning.
Yep.
Someone must really like werewolves out here. Like really like woo.
As you say that, let's roll for initiative.
Hey! 25.
23.
Wow.
22.
What? Okay. All right. I guess you guys were ready to play Dungeons and Dragons.
I feel like I'm really far away from them. I don't even understand my part in this initiative here.
You're not actually as far away from them.
Oh, we don't know. It might have been a trick howl, to throw us off, It's like that one wasn't really threatening, but what if that was just like a bluff?
It did come much later than the original howls.
Like
they were short, sort of like howls and then a break, and then there was another howl in response. You've not heard.
Oh yeah, we have heard Svetlana.
You have heard Svetlana by now, but I don't. I mean,
I mean, previously, like we wouldn't be like, yes, that was Svetlana's
right?
boat
Yeah, I
howl.
don't think that Svetlana. Did you do much howling around your friends? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Not really, no.
What surrounded?
Like, anytime I would transform, like in front of them,
She will snarl more than anything.
I was in a pretty like not howling type situation. Like usually we were like in danger. I was more of a like I'm in danger situation.
Mm-hmm.
Here I was just kind of instinctually like because I was more wolf than person right there. Yeah. It's like wolves howling, I'm gonna howl, and then I rolled a 1.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, y'all are going to definitely set the initiative order here.
Where are these adversaries coming from?
Well, Svetlana, you we'll just say you're not as far away as Ativa might think. Mostly because you are sort of in your full rage canid form. But yeah, as Noller, as you look down the street, you see this dense fog start to swirl and part, and as it does, you see a broad black nose and snarling lips. You see these deep yellowy ivory canines. And then you see an exhalation blowing this fog out of the way and exposing the rest of these sharpened teeth. A couple of them broken, but attached very clearly to a dense, wide, sturdy jaw. And you see an exhalation from the nose and can see 2 big dark eyes. And then as they take another step forward, you see a tremendously scaled canine head. And you hear another dragging of claws. And as you look towards the west and the south, respectively, you see the same sort of motion. These tremendous looking beasts. And as you admire the scale of them, they stand taller than you do, by the way. You see that some of their mouths are still dripping with fresh dark blood. What do? You've got literally 3 of them, one coming from each direction of the streets here.
I look at Nursing and I say, I hope you can follow the direction either I go or the direction that the frauding is coming from.
Oh no, I'm fine in these situations. They come to me. Everything works out.
Very well. In that case, the one that this person missed first, I'm just gonna rush ahead and attack it.
Okay. I'm gonna have them sort of narratively meet in the middle. As soon as you start to move, these other ones are gonna start rushing in. So you'll sort of meet them in the middle. If you want to pick one in particular.
Like I said, the first one that I saw.
Okay. So that'll be the one to the north, just so we'll sort of keep track of things.
Yep. And this one, well, let's just do the normal attacks, and then we'll see how this goes. 18?
That's definitely going to hit.
Okay, now just the second attack, just to verify, and that's an I1.
Okay. What's your first attack look like?
The first attack is punch to the gut with the metal hand.
Okay, so you sort of sidestep this guy as he leaps towards you and just like get him in the ribs. It is as you see it move a dire wolf.
Okay, it is a dire wolf. Well, in that case, I'll just do the damage, and that's 11, and I have to do the d6. It's a wolf since I played normal. I'm used to normal rules by this point. But anyways, that's a total of 11 bludgeoning for lightning damage.
Okay, I like this. I think we see as you strike him, we see those ribs sort of distend inward. And then we just see as you're sort of pulling that punch back, lightning into the side, burning some of the hair, and searing a handful of spots in the skin. And we see it sort of twist around. And as you are sort of throwing this punch, it grabs a hold of your left arm, and it starts to tumble. And it tumbles about 15 feet away from Narasine, which you hear ring out inside your head. This tremendous body tumbling, and then you hear the sound of Nolar's steel hand or metal hand resonate against the ground, and you get a real good picture of what's going on about 15 feet away from you. Nola, anything else? You are currently tumbling with this dire wolf. It's going to be the state of affairs, but what do you do as that's happening?
Well, if that's the case, then we just go ahead and do the bonus action martial arts attack.
Okay.
I'm messing that as we're tumbling. I did try to come upwards. I don't know from which angle we're tumbling, but basically just straight to the jaw. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, you can. You would still be. You have plenty of momentum to get in there.
30 is gonna hit.
Okay. Yeah, I think with that, go ahead and give me some damage. And then what's going to happen is you just sort of like come back with that metal hand and just hit him right behind the jaw, and it just neutralizes that grip on you. And he didn't really have a good like bite through grip on you at the time. You just sort of was like, I'm gonna get where I can. And so there's just little sort of like puncture spots on your leather. You've got like a leather bracer, or you've got wraps.
It's on the left hand. It's basically like it is a bracer because of it is technically a bracer, but it's more of a, you could say, a cotton thing with basically a little white bracelet that surrounds it. It's more of a glove.
Okay.
For winter.
All right. Yeah,
and
you just see sort of those little teeth marks in that as your arm comes loose. What was the damage on that?
13 magic bludgeoning and 2 lightning.
Okay. Yeah, I love that that comes after as you go up under the jaw, and you're. I'm gonna give you your footing as well as this dire wolf sort of skids another foot or so and starts to clamber back to its feet and sort of looks back at you. Its little spots on its face still smoldering. Narasine, you are about 12 feet behind this wolf. You can feel its pads on the stones resonating underfoot.
I think I'd like to move like into range to where my blind sight actually takes effect.
Yeah, as you just start to move at all, you can feel this fog again. It's sort of uncomfortable moving over your skin, but you can start to sort of see this soft greeny sort of as if you'd blown smoke on a laser, very dim one. Structure of this wolf, and you can sort of see its snarl resonate, and you can start to see Nolar now sort of making a hazy appearance in the distance. This fog actually is even impairing to some degree that sensory effect of blindsight.
So your mechanics for the whip were bonus action, like a grapple, and
Yeah. Essentially, that's your offhand attack to try and go fishing.
yeah. So I guess what I'd like to do is,
To play the big mouth bass game, and this is our mini fishing game, guys. I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah. So basically, I want to try and get it, and I want to try and wrap it around its neck.
Okay.
And with those two attacks and grapple, and then just
great. Go ahead and roll me an attack. I think. What did we end up deciding to use?
Oh, I've got one already from when we spoke on here.
Okay.
Uh, 22 to hit, and that one's not going to hit. Now a 13 to hit.
Okay. So here's what. Give me some damage on that first one. I'll tell you what happens here. We see that hook as you sort of send it out. It skitters across the cobblestones and loops out and up, seeming to grow in length. And see it sort of hook on the far side of this direwolf's neck, and you pull, and your feet go sliding towards it.
Is Nola within 5 feet? Do I get?
He's another 5. Yeah, he's on the other side.
So
no, this hook sort of came up, not particularly close to you. But for a moment there, it was like, okay, that's as close as I ever want that to be to me.
Well, I mainly ask because now that I have a rogue, I don't want.
Oh yeah, you'll get some sneaky tacky.
All right, here it comes then. We're going for. Oop, nope, ignore that one. Then 9, and then where's my sneak attack? Plus 13, so a total of 22. And then how does the bonus action grapple? Is there like a save or...
Yeah, do you have an extra attack? Do you have a second attack?
Yeah, I have 2 attacks per turn.
Okay. So if you want to do that second attack, you are essentially pulling yourself towards this thing right now. And this would be a very kung fu thing where you just sort of like leave the other weapon just pointed in the same direction as you're traveling and wait for a thing to sort of run itself upon your weapon.
Oh, I'd already done the second attack, but that one was a 13 to hit and it didn't hit.
That would have been your first attack, not your
I did a... Oh, you're saying the bonus I have to make an attack for the... Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought that one was just a part of the... Okay. Then it's going to be a 24.
Okay. Yeah, so you just essentially just like launching yourself towards this thing. You're like, I guess I'll go with it. And we just see that rapier just...
just like Mary Poppins. Like, oh.
Yeah, we're going this way, kids. And before it can start to like turn its head around to sort of see like what the fuck is going on, as a bunch of little ribbony serrated blades dig into its neck, we just see that rapier go right in the right side of its neck, and its eyes sort of light up in terror.
And with the rapier, that one, that's the rapier wielding, so it'll get wounded as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll do just another 8.
Okay.
But then I guess once its turn comes around, it's gonna have some fun as those barbs kind of come out of it.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Seemingly like the blade is almost absorbing and eating the blood, like it's running down the barbs and into the blade somewhere.
Yeah, correct.
That's me.
Beautiful. Hey, Svetlana, what's up, my girl? Welcome back. Nice to see you.
So I'm gonna assume that like I'm close enough to hear the ruckus. So I was just gonna like run and hopefully run into the clearing where they're
I'll say
at.
this: it is faint. It is distant, and it would be faint to our ears, but in your lichen form, you know what fucking street that's taking place on.
Right.
You grew up in Barovia. Like, this is like, you know exactly from the way that the like building at the end of the like roadway rings those howls towards you, and then hear the scraping of metal, and sort of the gurgling sound of one of these beasts being attacked. You know exactly where it is.
But is it within my speed range?
Here's what we see. You are standing with your lichen paws in a small river of blood. We see it flowing around your claws as they sink into the earth, and you begin to move forward. You move past Madame Ava's tent, which is ruined, and that's where the last little sputtering torch goes out. You cross over the river, and you can now see sort of the faint illumination through this dense fog that comes every night. And far in the distance, well, not far in the distance, but sort of around this copse of trees, is the village of Barovia.
Right. But so, like, can I get to where the wolves are?
On this round?
On this round is basically what I'm saying.
No.
It's because, like, by the time I get there, my rage is gonna be over.
I'm not in this state. You're not. You're in quite a state right now. Actually, how about this?
Was Eva dead too in her tent? Did I see her dead? Or was she not there?
No, you just saw sort of the tent, the first two sections of her tent just ruined. You did see streaks of blood on the side of the tent, however.
But she was not there.
They looked like the guts had been ripped out of this tent from the entryway, had just been like trampled and rutted into. You didn't see her. But that's behind you now. Can I get a medicine check or an arcana check from you, please?
26 arcana.
Okay. As you are running, we see you just tearing through like medium length grass. You're cutting off of the road now, and sort of following the tree line under the prominent rise. Well, Castle Ravenloft you just escaped from is still right fucking there. It's always there, looming over you here in Barovia. And as you sort of follow the ravine between that rocky prominence and this open field, we start to see that light turn into like halo effects and tracers in your eyes. And you get a really beautiful vision. You feel your feet moving quickly. You're in sort of soft-soled shoes, like ballet slippers, sort of. And you can feel them cinched around your feet, your very, very normal feet. And you're running in a long dress, and you can feel scrunched up silk and crinoline. And you can feel a tear running down your right cheek. And your vision's a little blurry, but you're moving very quickly. And as you jog forward one more step, you feel your left foot sort of reach out for the next bit of land and find no purchase. And then we see Svetlana in your lycanthropic form tumble end over end in the grass and come to sort of a sliding, wet, misty stop. And as you rise to your feet, you hear almost from everywhere, but most certainly directly above you, "You'll never leave me." And then you hear an from this direwolf in the distance to your right, and then you sort of shake your head and realize that you are starting to experience the beginning of her memories. It's the wolf's turn.
I didn't even get to do anything.
You got to learn something very important. That's not nothing. And you ran. It was great. And you got sort of misted with dewy grass.
Hey, you got musty.
I at least did not get hurt. That's fair.
You know. It's wolf o'clock. It's wolf o'clock. Okay. Noller, you see this direwolf in front of you, like get yerked away a little bit, and then you see the tip of a rapier get stuck out the left side of his neck. It's just this much blade, but it's more than enough to let you know that something went all the way through. And what happens is we see that needle point rapier being extracted from. You leave me now, Zant. From that, what do we see happen is it's extracted by way of damage, I guess, since he's going to be wounded on his turn.
I think you know how like fishing hooks, when they go in, they have those barbs that kind of keep it in.
Pretty familiar.
And how you're supposed to just push it in, but sometimes you're just kind of like, it's not that deep, it's fine. It just
in this case
looks
it is very deep.
it basically just looks like it's latching on, and almost like those like flayed little bits of metal kind of protruding. You could almost like you could swear you see it, but when you look close, you don't. It's almost like they're moving and like almost pulling the meat in, like they're trying to like wiggle their way deeper into like the meat as it's like,
Cool. Cool. What kind of damage does he take from that wound?
So he takes a D4 necrotic damage for each time I wound it. Once per turn, I can do that. Nice. And then I can make a DC 15 con saving throw to try and end it. So it's going to take 3 damage.
Okay. Yeah, we see, we hear a little sort of slurp sound. And we just sort of see the right side of your mask and about from your clavicle to your abdomen, just sort of a spray of fresh blood from that extraction.
All over that nice new white dress.
It's, yeah, happens to the best of us. And then he's going to sort of like try and bite at you, Noller. But he's sort of tumbling away. You see him hit the ground, and you see blood start to come out as he is prone on the ground here. And the one from the vest, Jesus, leaps towards you, Narasine. And misses you handily. But as they do, they're going to end up leaping over you, and they rolled a natural 1. So if you'd like to take an opportunity attack against this one, your hook is still very much attached to the direwolf, which is prone before you, but your rapier
Got
is
the
certainly
rapier.
free.
Yeah, I'll give him a little pokey
Little
upwards.
pokey.
Give him a little pokey poker, and I'll even smite on this if it hits.
Oh, nice. Hey.
I don't know if that's gonna hit though. 16.
16 is gonna hit. This is a pretty easy. There's no no armor on it. It's a beast. It's a beast. It's direwolf.
Wunderbar. Each will take fucking minimum damage, 7, and then smites are, what are those again?
Yay.
2d8 at 1. So I'm just going to do the first level, so just 2d8.
Great.
For 14.
14?
Radiant. Yeah.
And,
just mark that off.
that's quite the. What does your divine smite look like as you sort of just like sidestep and raise this rapier directly upward into this thing's chest?
I think I don't know if the smite actually has a visual component right now. I think it's very much mental for that thing. I think it's more like she stabs it, and then there's just like a moment where you can almost see like the veins kind of bulge out, like extending out from that point of penetration.
The effect,
and then you would like almost do like a zoom into that, like the creature's brain. And I think in that moment it tumbles through like that minute eon. It just like a falling, it just follows like, through mentally, just getting like slashed cuts, slamming into things, and then it just like comes back into it, and it's like falling through reality, and then falls back into itself. That it sees just like frozen in time, and as it slams back in, it takes all that damage, and then it just time continues.
And you see it fall and sort of slide into the building, leaving a crack in this sort of like almost stucco facade, and some plaster sort of crumbles down over it, and it stands back up to its feet and shakes off this dust. Bless you. And looks back at you with just like a newfound respect, and then you see a gush of blood come out of its chest. The one from the south is going to try this one, however, as you are looking eyelessly towards that one. Narasine, you are caught up in the jaws of this third dire wolf, and it has you like at an angle, with its top jaw sort of on your clavicle and the bottom jaw up under your ribs. And it sort of skids forward with you in its mouth, and actually slams you into the head of the direwolf that you're holding prone. It's a real puppy pile right now, and you're gonna take some damage. That is going to be 16 points of piercing damage. And we see blossoms of red through the holes torn in your dress as this thing bites into you. And that brings us to the top of the order. Nolar, you're up. There is a prone direwolf in front of you. Narasine is sort of pressed between that direwolf and another one, which is standing. And there is a third, which is still shaking its head, free of dust and psychic barrages, up against the building, sort of to the left and ahead of
you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit and focus on the one that is Poppy Pilot Nursing. Coming at an angle, do I get to flank it?
You won't get like combat advantage from it because Narasine is sort of pressed. Technically, would be prone,
but not really.
Just restrained, I guess. Restrained.
Okay, fair enough. Then I'll just go ahead and fight it. Let's try and kick the puppy.
Okay. It's the only time I'll ever say that.
30, 20, and then the second attack, let's go.
Yeah, dirty 20.
Are you fucking kidding me? Why do I keep getting a nat 1 on the second attack?
You need to clear your cache, or you need to roll real dice like an adult.
Screw you. Well, anyways, first attack, let's go. 12, now the d6. Hey, that's a full on 6. That will be 12 12 magical bludgeoning and 6 lightning damage.
Okay. All right. Sweet. Let me see. I'm gonna roll to see if he's gonna let go. He does. You give him a kick in the side, and his jaw just sort of like reflexively opens up, and his eyes go wide, and he turns around and starts to look at you, and we just see the right side of his face sort of illuminate with blue as we see your foot sort of kick into him, and the lightning crackles against his body. You got more attacks? Yeah.
I got a bonus action, but instead I'm gonna use it to create my whip, the Knowledge Lightning Whip, and I'm gonna attack. Let's see how this goes. I guess a 23 does it, and 3d6 lightning, and oh my god, this is a good one. There's 16 lightning damage, plus the charisma because sorcerer, and plus 3, that's 19 lightning damage.
As you guys are dual whips. I love this. So you pull out your
dual whip, Sander. Whipping squad.
You pull out that lightning whip, conjure it, and we just see you sort of streak down from shoulder to back knee, the side of this direwolf, and we just see crackles tearing off and cutting into this skin, burning hair and searing flesh all the way down. And it whimpers from that attack and staggers back and tries to like deal with the pain that's still sort of burning into him. We'll see. Anybody else? You want to drop off you got a bonus action in there? Or did you use that?
The lightning whip was the bonus action, okay. But I want to remind you that we talk about this. I need a dexterity saving throw now.
It needs to make a saving throw?
Yeah.
That's going to be, is it Constitution?
No, it's Dex.
Oh, Dex saving throw. That's going to be an 18? I don't know if that's going to do it.
He passes.
Okay, all right.
So he takes no additional damage.
Okay. Sweet. Narasine, you wanna do a thing? There's doggos. There's one you're holding him. He's prone and restrained, or prone and grappled. Excuse me.
So I guess I'll go for the one that's holding me down, and I'm just gonna like.
Oh, no, he's been removed forcibly by Noller.
Okay.
He sort of let go of you, and then got lightning whipped. Yeah. So you just got this one at your feet.
Oh, yeah, then I'll just kind of poke him full.
He's prone, you'll have advantage.
Hooray.
He's also grappled by you.
1 for a go away Discord notification. A 20 to hit, and a 30 to hit.
Yeah. Just got him. Barely.
4 24 and 34 damage.
34 damage total, or 30 was
total,
one
yes.
And then the other. 34?
34 total.
All right. Can I, would you like to do this, or would you like me to do this? How do you put him down?
I think it's just a deep plunge in, and as she pulls out with all the barbs, I think it's like pulling out all the viscera and guts along with it.
Are you going he's on his side, so I mean, are you just like scooping, or are you going through the ear? You going through the eyes? You going like up behind the chin? Just gonna bleed him out?
Oh wait, give me. You take over from here. The other call is
very good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna keep this poetic. I'm gonna have him have Narasine go through the eyes. And just like we just see this thing, and then just sort of this sinewy extraction and gooey sort of barbed rapier. And Svetlana. That wasn't that long.
Yeah, it was a whole round. But as I arrive, I think all the wolves are dead now, right?
Oh, absolutely not. One wolf is dead.
Oh, one wolf is dead?
One wolf is dead.
Okay. And I'm running up upon both the other wolves and this?
Noller,
or am I still off in the distance?
Noller, you see your movement through here actually has sort of like pushed back the fog a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But as you look westward, you see another like canid form start to break quite quickly through the sort of silhouetting light of torches in the distance. But this wolf looks different because it's wearing a red shiny vest, like it's in a show choir made of scales. It looks a little different from the dire wolves, if not the vest notwithstanding.
As I run up, do I recognize Noller and Narasine?
You do recognize Noller.
Then I'm just gonna, if there's any wolves around,
there's one between you and Noller, which you can still see the searing cut in his side.
I'm gonna like pounce on that wolf.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do a hybrid form predatory strike. So basically, I'm just pouncing on it and like either sticking my claw and probably biting its neck, even though technically it's not like a bite attack. It's a bite attack.
Let's do your thing,
man. And that's gonna be a 27 to hit.
All day.
Oh. Nice. Very nice. 12 damage.
12 damage from the bite?
From the bite. And okay. Then I'm going to also... Well, actually, I have full health right now, right? Or did I lose health in running away?
No, you didn't lose any health.
I didn't lose any health. Yeah, and then I think I'm just gonna do that again.
Okay.
But like, just kind of like...
Yeah, really get in there.
Oof. God damn. And that, my friends, is a 1. So I just bite and then probably get flung off.
You bite, and it's a little buck and bronco sort of situation here. As this thing sort of like winces from the bite and then really throws its body sort of like from exactly where your teeth are. Just sort of like flings you a little bit, but then it brings its head back quickly as you realize you've got to let go from that bite. And you get like the side of its jaw right against the top of your orbital bone. And you're yeah, you're not gonna take any mechanical damage. But you are now standing again in these ballet slippers on uneven rocks, and you're holding a long, beautiful ebony bow with this linen colored string and dampening sort of feathers in two spots. And you are looking down the shaft of an arrow towards a dire wolf. And as you look down, we see your eyes shift 90 degrees, and there's another one coming out from between two fir trees, snarling with delight at this attempt to try and trap you. And then you hit the cobblestones and tumble away from that dire wolf. Anything else for Svetlana? Muted.
No, because I think what I want to do next would be another action, which I do not have.
Okay. It's wolf o'clock. This motherfucker is gonna try and eat you. The guy that just flung you is going to skulk towards you. How's a 22 versus your armor class?
Just barely hits.
Just barely hits, given that you don't have any armor
on. But my armor class right now is 21.
Okay,
so.
nice. That's right, you're in your fucking hybrid form.
And I have that magic shield thing around me.
Oh, you do still have that. That's correct.
I didn't even account for the hybrid form, actually, or for the rate. Do I get an advantage to my AC and raging? No, I don't think so.
18 points of piercing damage as you're sort of on the ground when this thing bites, and when it does, it sort of bites like the back of your head to like the middle of your shoulders, and just sort of grabs you in its mouth and starts to like chomp down, and you feel teeth pierce through your flesh. It's not an unfamiliar sensation. And then this guy is gonna clear his head and stand up and look over, and he's got scene and no choose from the.
Wait, am I unconscious?
No.
No, I just fell to the ground, right?
You're grappled.
Oh, I'm grappled.
Yeah, this thing has you in its mouth on the ground.
Fantastic. Oh wait, how much damage did I take from that hit? Sorry.
21 points of damage. Narasine, does a 20 hit? Yeah? Okay. You're gonna get another biting. 22 points of bitey damage. Yeah. You're still sort of like pulling your hook out of the out of this other beast's neck. When this thing, you don't feel it until it's already in the air coming towards you, and as soon as you turn, it's got you in its mouth. And just yeah, ain't mad at it. And we just see again 4 big blossoms of blood start to run down this white linen dress. And we're back at the top with Noller. Noller, right? Yeah, he's a good boy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have a newcomer, and we have a
though there's a wolf attacking. It's got Narasine in its mouth to your right, and on the ground to your left is a lycanthropic individual being attacked by this direwolf.
this is questionable. Well, any case, let's continue playing Kick the Puppy and get this one off of nursing.
Okay.
I wonder how many times I can say today, Kick the Puppy.
I many times as need be, I guess.
Okay, there's no any advantage at play here, so no? No, okay.
No.
So, there we go. 31 is gonna hit. 15 bludgeoning damage and 4 lightning damage to this one.
15 bludgeoning.
Magic bludgeoning
4.
and lightning.
Okay. Yeah, you get him good in the side there.
How does he look like?
I mean, he's still robust. He's a very large creature. I mean, like I said, his shoulders are taller than you are.
Fair enough. I'll do the second attack then.
Okay.
Okay, now it decides to not be a nat 1, it decides to be a nat 20.
Hey! All right, hey, listen, load him up, and I can't wait to see what happens to this poor motherfucker.
Okay, so it is just the double dice on the roll, and the additional dice is max, right?
Yes.
That is 16 plus 8, that's 24 plus 6, that's 30 in total, and that is just 24 magical bludgeoning and 6 lightning.
Okay. Narasine, can I get a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh no. You're muted.
No, he's doing. Just give me a second.
14.
Okay, cool. All right, Narasine, you're going to take another 8 points of piercing damage. As Noller, you walk up, and I think we see you do sort of like a twist in the air, plant a foot, and just kick into the side of this thing. And we just hear a symphony of ribs crack. And we see this dire wolf's eyes go wide, and then we see this sort of like thunderous explosion as this single dense bolt of electricity burns into the side of its ribs and pops, blasting it up over the other direwolf, which is already dead on the ground. But it sort of, in its seizure, clenched its jaw and is dragging Narasine through the air, whose chain rips the head off of the direwolf that's already dead on the ground and sends it spinning end over end and lands in the opposite direction of where it was attached in the same place. And its smoking husk skitters to the ground about 15 feet away.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that much damage. I'm sorry, Narasine.
And you see Narasine trying to like pull themselves out of these seized jaws.
Okay, so that's just the attacks. Now let's look at this other lycanthrope. I'm curious because okay, that gets this is the time to act. Do I recognize?
Absolutely not. There's some sort of lycanthropic individual and a direwolf. That's all you've got so far.
Oh, I don't recognize anything then.
You recognize one of them is sort of a sentient individual with a wolf body, and that the other one is sort of an animalistic beast driven by pure instinct. Now that I say it out loud, I could understand why you might be confused, or anyone would be, as to which one was which.
And I don't. This is the thing, because on a normal
shit, come on.
What?
Is it my turn yet?
No.
Okay. Listen, on a normal scale, I just gonna say, Nola did just immediately attack whatever was present, and because he know that someone was gonna attack. But this, it's weird But he's just being a weak that just being weird, and he doesn't know what is in front of him right now, or
And now it's Svetlana's turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so first, as I'm lying on the ground,
You're sort of being gutted against the cobblestones.
Yeah, I would like
trying
to.
all avenues,
I would like to just. I would like to like try some animal handling. To like.
Pretty much all of them have been via Zoom.
Mom's been via Zoom.
Yeah, it has. Your mom's been via Zoom. Sorry. You really threw me out with the your mom joke in that one. So I want to try like animal handling. I guess because I'm in wolf form, I know I can't like talk to the animals because it's not speak with animals. Right. But I want to try animal handling to basically either animal handling or intimidating, but like in wolf languages, tell these direwolves to go and fuck off to their daddy.
Okay, well, there's just the one technically.
Okay.
And it's got you.
Wait, where's the other one?
That's over there.
Right. I'm hoping it can hear me when I tell them both to fuck off to their daddy.
It can't because Noller killed it with this like lightning kick that fucking exploded its chest and sent it flying through the air.
So would you prefer animal handling or intimidation?
I don't think you can intimidate the direwolf that already has you in its mouth.
So 12 for animal handling then is what I've got there.
So you got one arm free that's sort of flailing around as it's rutting you into the ground like a chew toy. It's not intimidated by you as its chew toy, and it starts to sort of like bite at you like you might have a squeaker in you.
Can I reach its eyeball?
Yeah, it's right there.
Then I just like want to grab its eyeball.
Okay.
Would I just do like a melee for that?
Unarmed strike?
Well, then it's because I'm in hybrid form, it's the predatory one, and I'm choosing dexterity. So that would be a 15 to hit. I rolled really low on that one.
Anything to give that a bonus?
No, it's a plus 11 to hit.
Do you know what you do have? Inspiration.
I don't. I was looking at the wrong character sheet. It wasn't her inspiration. It was old Sveti's inspiration. Is all messed up. I don't have inspiration.
Yeah, you try to claw at this thing's eye and he shakes you like a fucking chew toy.
Then I guess I just scream out, "Will you kill this thing already?"
No, that's Svetlana. Never seen that. Sounds like Svetlana. Yeah. It's the wolf's turn. And it's gonna go nom nom nom. Nom nom nom. No, that's not.
Wait, I technically get a second attack that isn't an action. Even though I missed with me trying to claw its eyes out, if that was technically an attack.
All right, you go ahead and do that. Go ahead.
I'm gonna try and bite its lips. And if I succeed,
you got one arm outside of its mouth. You would have to grab its lip with your hand and be like this.
Right, because like I'm in his mouth, right? But so I can just like
Okay.
Right.
All right. Let's see you bite a direwolf lip.
Yeah, I don't actually care if it makes him drop me or not. I just care if I get blood out of it. That's all I actually care.
That's real. That's real.
About. Yeah, so that's gonna be 24 to hit.
Okay, you bite his lip. How much direwolf blood do you extract from his lip?
I extract 7 units of direwolf blood.
Okay.
And it's delicious.
It's kind of It's very irony, like very irony, like very metallic tasting. It's not bad as far as like animal's blood that you can drink. It's like definitely good for you. It's like drinking your gains, where you get, it's like it may not be like the best, but it is good for you. Uh, and it sort of winces, and as it does, it bites hard into you, and you feel those scales start to give way to these sharp teeth cutting into your hide. And it twists, and we see your wolf-like head hit one of the corners of a building, this like 6x6 piece of wood, and just crack it in half, causing dust and wood splinters and like plaster to come just like crashing down. And you just get lit up as it rolls a natural 20 on you, and you are going to take 28 points of piercing damage, and another 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
If I'm resistant to piercing damage because I'm raging, do I just take half that?
Yeah.
So how much piercing and how much bludgeoning?
Well, I gave you that, and I had to re-roll that. It would have been 28. 28 piercing, so 14.
Yeah.
And then another 8, so 4.
Total 22.
Okay.
And then Noller, how's a 28 versus your armor class treat you?
That does hit.
Great.
Which wolf is this?
It's the one on the roof that's been watching this whole fucking time.
Fun.
That's gonna be 18 points of piercing damage as this thing drops down from above, bites your shoulder, and pushes you prone onto the ground in the middle of this intersection.
How many?
That would have been 18 points of piercing damage. Okay. And then... Oh, good. That's a nat 20 on his second attack. So that is going to 28 more points of bludgeoning damage as it grinds you into the ground and sinks its teeth into your neck and back and just starts to pull. And we see blood just come spilling through your robe as he bites into your back. And it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm prone against it, so do I have disadvantage?
If you're trying to attack it, absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah, you are face down on the cobblestones.
Well, not unlike the present. Let's try. If it is disadvantage, let's see how this one goes. I'll just go ahead and attack as many times as I can to just... Actually, do I have to? I am prone, but if I disengage, can I get up?
You are grappled.
Okay, I see how it is. Okay.
Now you can try and use your movement to get out of that grapple. It's going to be acrobatics or athletics contested.
Okay, let's go for an acrobatics check then. Not very good. 13.
25. You start to try and move, and this thing just it almost just like lays its body down on your like hip and left leg. It's again, these things is much bigger than you, and just continues to sort of like tear through the fabric, and your flesh.
Okay, fair enough. Let's continue with the attacks then.
Okay.
Disadvantage. 22 with disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, I think that we just sort of see you just sort of like punch up and back.
That's a back elbow, actually.
Oh, one of these. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm. So that's one attack, and let's do the second one attack. Just go for all of them.
Okay.
Another 22.
Okay. Bam, bam.
Let's go for it. Let's go for both of these. 2 15, so 30 magic bludgeoning.
Okay.
And let's go for the d6. And 8 lightning damage. So 30 bludgeoning, 8 lightning.
8 lightning. Love that. Yeah, 4 and 4. This thing takes quite the rattling. It does. I'll just say from like looking down from overhead, this one does seem to be larger than the other 3. And like it's sort of the big papa. But that was still some solid hits.
Very well. If this one seems as big, this is not time to lay down because I still think I have my bonus action, so let's do it for blows.
Okay.
Disadvantage. 15?
Nope.
15 doesn't hit it? Okay. Let's go with this other one then. That 24 I think hits.
It certainly does.
Okay, so one of these is gonna hit. And that's gonna be 10. And now let's add this. 10 bludgeoning, 6 damage, and since I still have in my hand, I'm gonna use this one and just spend one of its charges to do an additional d6 of force damage.
Nice.
So another extra 3 force damage.
Okay.
And I lose a charge. That's it.
Great. I'm gonna see. Okay. Yeah, at that last one, when you sort of hit that force damage, it's not a lot of damage, but it hit him just right, sort of between the eye and his jaw. And he let go, and it did not feel good as those teeth came out of your back. But at the same time, that searing cold sensation, and the weight coming off of you and your ability to take a deep breath, was uplifting as it sort of staggered away from you.
Okay. I basically just when I have a moment to just basically scramble up, basically gonna crawl up and spin to face it.
Okay. You turn to look at this thing, and you can see that you've already battered it. You can tell the way it's sort of holding its neck. Something's not where it's supposed to be. But it looks ravenously at you still. Narasine, maybe. If not Narasine, then Svetlana.
Okay. My turn.
Well, let's see.
He did have some instructions.
Somebody just took out their AirPods.
Hi, sorry. Elderly parents had
many
news.
That's legit, dog.
So how much damage have I taken since
did I give you damage when you hit the ground?
You gave her like 11 something when the teeth basically was still on her arm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. You're still in its mouth. Its jaws just sort of like locked around you.
It's just dead.
It is dead. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
its body is still twitching with the like electrical energy from this kick.
I mean, I guess I don't think I'm strong enough anymore to kind of push that whole dead body, so I'm gonna kind of have to wriggle out of there.
You rolled acrobatics or athletics.
Let's roll some acrobatics. Definitely acrobatics. 26.
Okay. As its sort of like seizing begins to diminish, we sort of see you sort of slip down into its mouth fully, and then sort of crawl out from the front of its mouth. And sort of like stand back up. And when you do, you've just got, just like blood and some ash from the lightning strike on one side of your mask. And there's more red than white on your dress now. As you sort of stand up, and you did, however, realize that you just heard Svetlana. You don't know where she is specifically. You're standing next to a dead direwolf. You can still sort of see the faint outline of the direwolf about 15 feet in front of you. And you can hear running around a little farther away, but it's just sort of like a soft disturbance in the distance.
So I guess I'll move towards the noise then.
Okay. As you move closer, you hear sort of like a telltale and a small spurt of blood, and some telltale suckling.
Is that really the right? That's what we're gonna call that? Svetlana suckling. It sounds like a brand of something. Svetlana suckling. Buy that in the grocery store. Yeah, I guess I'll move in the. I'll use my bonus action to move in the direction of the suckling noises
of the blood sucking. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's blood until I get there. Until then,
you can actually smell it.
It does sound like somebody just getting a really sloppy.
Yeah, it's.
That's interesting for a battlefield. Oh, it's that level.
Oh, there's a direwolf there. As you approach closer, you see this very large direwolf, and you hear the crack. Very suddenly, that crack sort of outlines this scene more clearly because it's sort of a sound coming from the other side of this thing. That you start to see there's like of like direwolf and see the sort of like tracer of a lycanthropic face sort of like come into view, and I think you're like, well, that's gotta be Sven, right?
Just looking at it like something feels different.
Yeah, she's in a direwolf mouth.
That's actually not really that different.
Is it the dress? Did you do something new with your hair?
Is it the dress? Actually, that's what you hear, Svetlana, is as your head is ringing and you're sort of yanked around again like a chew toy by this direwolf, you hear a soft voice say, "Is it the dress?" And your face is sort of dragged just inches away and your vision blurred from the plaster on your face. You see this little figure just covered in blood, with this like ornate porcelain mask with blood dripping down one side of it and sort of like chars and lightning crackle on its edge.
Can you get me out of here, please?
this is said like this.
All right.
Okay.
I think I'll use I'll use one with the whip and then the other one with the rapier.
Okay.
I used my bonus because I'm assuming it took half my movement to stand up from that thing.
I don't know. Come on. You're not that far away. Actually, I think you actually have movement.
Okay. Then I still have the bonus action. Then okay. Then yeah. I will just. I guess at that point, I will whip, stab, bonus action, cantrip mastery, booming blade.
Dope. Okay.
So let's see if these hit.
First hit, because that's going to have some effects.
Yeah. First one will be, that'll hit. A 30 to hit?
Yeah, okay.
Do you want me to do damage individually or just
are you going overhand or underhand? Last time I sort of described the underhand. I think the idea of pitching it across the rocks and it sort of having a mind of its own.
I think it's kind of like for the whip, I think it's kind of an uprising motion where it almost just kind of comes up and then just wraps around it with like the hook almost just like dangling and not pierced in, but like just touching like just under the jaw. Like, you know what's about to happen when it gets pulled. It's going in. And then we
just see the thing just fucking all at once.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as that happens, and then up and in, I think as it's kind of distracted by that, up through the jaw.
So what was the first hit? Was a 30.
First hit was a 30 to hit for.
Right. It's going to be grappled, obviously, because you have a fucking razor blade meat hook whip around its neck.
So 12 from that.
Okay.
And do I get sneak attack because Fetty's in its mouth?
No.
Okay, that's fair. And then the rapier. For a 19 to hit?
19 is going to hit. Did you roll with advantage?
No.
That's just in case.
Okay. 19 to hit. Or 28.
28, okay, yeah. What's your damage?
For that one will be another 9. And then there's the bonus action cantrip mastery booming blade. Okay. Please hit. Buddy. I think I'm gonna need to use my inspiration on that nat 1 so that I don't stab Svetlana.
That might be.
Yeah, we're just gonna do that really quick. Just another reroll. Wait, with advantage because it's grapple, right?
Yeah.
29.
Svetlana, mid sort of shake, you feel those teeth sort of disengage from your body, and you are flung through the air, and hit another building. And again, we see sort of this like plaster crack, and start to rain down on you as you fall prone on this sidewalk. And Narasine, as you extract that blade, you feel your whip sort of like a soft, gentle tug as this thing begins to sort of like falter to its left and then falter to its left again. And you see it just sort of like roll onto its side and starts to roll onto its back. And then we just see from like the center of where that chain is around its neck, just and there's just this fissure, and that chain goes slack as that booming blade pops, and this thing just comes apart between vertebrae, and you see that chain sort of almost dance in the blood a little bit as it starts to retract back up to its normal length. And Svetlana, you are prone on the ground and being pelted by small pieces of stucco. And you're bleeding.
Svetty, where'd you go?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh,
But the wolf is dead.
The one that attacked you is the one that attacked Noller. Is not. It is still standing up about 10 feet to the left of where Narasine, or behind Narasine in relation to you.
So like 20 feet away from me?
Yeah, and you're about 50. Well, you're about yeah, we'll say 20 feet away from it. Also, Narasine looks different.
I'm going to I don't have anything 20 feet away. I can't, so I'm gonna, am I like at an upward angle from the wolf?
By like this much. Do you want to leap onto it? Do you want to leap over Narasine towards it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then attack it.
You want to grab the dagger out of my like bag or something?
Well, I mean,
do you want
it? Do you want to toss me a dagger? I have no weapons right now but my teeth
and claws.
I don't know if I have any object interactions left, but I'll stick out my hip where the dagger is.
I think you know what, I'm not actually against this. I think you could rush past Narasine, palm something, and make an attack with it.
Okay.
Maybe it's like a nice little like smooth handoff where it's like not moving until she gets there. I'm like, oh hey.
Oh hey girl, hey.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll hand you that dagger.
Just a regular dagger.
Sorry, it is just a regular dagger.
Do I have a regular dagger in my inventory?
I have a shield I just haven't been using. What the fuck?
I have a dagger +1. Oh, I'll just take away the +1. That's a 26 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, I think we see you take the first couple of gallops and we just see you reach down and grab this dagger. And as you gallop again, sort of lead off and just leap into the air. And we see Noller sort of like turning and squaring up with this thing as Svetlana, you just sort of like jump down into the scene, knife first, right behind this dire wolf's ear.
Yes, and then I stab the dagger into it, causing 8 damage.
Okay.
And then I like spring forward to bite it, but miss probably with a 15.
Yeah, the 15 is just barely not going to hit.
So I guess I just bite its hair.
Yeah,
and then I just like,
as you sort of like stab into it, you're on its left side, and it just like bucks you to the side. You keep your footing as you're sort of knocked back and trying to like bite into it. Yeah, we see little tufts of fur stuck between your canids and your other teeth as you.
Gross. Yeah. And then I'd like just with dagger still in hand, like step back.
You've got 2 attacks. Do you?
I did. I attacked it with the dagger and then I bit it. My bite is an attack.
Yes. I think you would also have as a bonus action, since you made an attack action, an offhand attack.
If I were dual wielding, but I only have the one dagger.
Well, you did 1 bite attack, and then you did 1. So like
I attacked it with the dagger.
He's counting your natural weapons as regular weapons as well, so you can use the dagger as your offhand.
Because your bite would be...
Your bite is also your on hand.
Yeah, Just stab him with the fucking dagger for your offhand.
Take the 3 attacks.
Okay.
Make the attack.
That's a 23 to hit.
Okay, great.
And another 8 damage.
Okay. I think we see that that dagger as he sort of like knocks you away. We see him standing on the corner of this roadway. Again, he's much bigger than these other direwolves, but as you look at him, you just see like a line open up from like this side of his from under his jaw, and you just see like his tongue and throat exposed, and you hear this soft gurgling inhalation, and then you see his eyes just the light fade away, and it flumps to the side with its tongue lolled out from underneath its jaw.
I bet it smells like one of those frogs from biology class.
It's the next exhalation, this sort of like gaseous exhalation, does smell like many dead things and fresh Vistani blood.
Gross.
You're out of initiative. There's 4 dead direwolves in the middle of the street, and we just hear the creaking signs swinging in the breeze.
Can I... Hold on.
Prestidigitation.
Nice.
Yeah, can I like gather some things from around me? Probably like look in the destroyed buildings just to see if I find what I need. Like I'm gonna take the dagger and start just like tearing the fur off of these wolves.
Just start skinning.
And then, like,
you see this happening without explanation, without any fucking insight whatsoever as to what the fuck is going on. This lycanthropic version of Svetlana just begins skinning one of these direwolves.
Like you can't even use the fur for leather until it's fully. There's like a whole multi-day process. Which are we gonna do that? I mean, we can do it.
Svetlana is over your shoulder. You see this person, and you're pretty sure they're Narasine, but geez Louise, there's not something's just very different. And as that rage starts to fade a little bit, you get this real sharp sensation in your left temple, like you just got electrocuted.
Ow.
And you're holding a knife and you're gutting something, but it's not a dire wolf. It's an elk.
This is gonna get really annoying. This is gonna get really, really, really annoying.
And you put down your gloved hand, this beautiful ox blood, perfectly fitted, dainty little glove against this thing's body, and you feel that knife pull against the skin. Careful not to cut into the duodenum. And spill anything out currently. But you look over at this elk, its eye looking out, and its huge antlers sort of twisting its head at an angle as you look down a mountain into Barovia, and you can see Castle Ravenloft from where you are, the spire in the center of the land here. And Narasine, you see Sveti's lycanthropic form wince as if they'd been struck, and you see their hand sort of tremble, holding that dagger.
All good over there?
Yes, I just need some fur so I can take off this stupid fucking dress and wear something else, and I'm cutting the fur into shapes like little little crop top, like tube top with like
sinewy, bloody.
Yeah, with mini skirt.
Yeah, no, you sort of like look up over the side of this direwolf and over at Svetlana, and you see her sort of like tracing this pattern along its ribs.
But
and
we
essentially
understand.
Just like peeling back flesh.
And then essentially like using like
Do we understand the voice?
and it's,
Yeah,
yes,
it's
but
Svetlana.
essentially I'm also like using my teeth and stuff to just like scrape the like underside of the skin.
You're wearing a perfectly good dress. Why are you making a bikini?
Oh, you like it? Do you want to wear it? I don't want to wear it anymore. I'm just going to take it off actually and throw it at her.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
It probably like thunks into her if it's made out of like metal.
It's like really, really, really tiny dragon scale.
I will take this.
Why are you here?
Probably way too big.
Why are you here?
It is
Probably looking for me,
absolutely way
right?
too
Well,
big
now
for
I'm
you.
here. You found me, so I don't know why you're
there's a
still asking
train
questions.
3 feet long behind you.
Just a child wearing their
Did
mother's
you get
dress.
tired of tonguing Strahd?
Oh shit! In his butthole, I bet.
I think I actually think I might rage again, but not, I mean maybe not fully. I think maybe you like see me turning back into a wolf, but then at some point when the magic starts to crackle, I'm like, fuck. Maybe don't actually rage. But I'm standing there with this fur like in my mouth, kind of like
It is still wet and fatty and
yeah, and then I start like grabbing building pieces and making kind of like a fire and like stretching this hide over pieces of 2x4s.
Can you produce flames?
I don't know yet. I'm just getting everything ready. First of all, before you even try to produce flames, you have to like make a fire pit. So like I'm getting that stuff ready.
So then you just reach up and sort of pull the
and again, if there's sides of the buildings like missing, I'm sure there's something within the buildings that I could start a fire with, or
Can I just,
Should
can
we
I
do?
see this happening and just create bonfire?
Hey, what is there a reason why you should be doing even this in the middle of the street?
Yeah, it's fine.
Does it look like anyone around here is going to stop us? Honestly, anything that we do at this point doesn't fucking matter because he controls all of this. So therefore, like every single little thing that we do, we're not actually really even doing. And in some cases, he's going to actually make us believe that. And so we're here now. And the woman that I was looking for that could probably help us kill him is now either missing or dead or inside one of these direwolves. Ooh, can I at that point start gutting the direwolves to see if I find Eva inside of them?
Yes.
Who were you looking for?
Yeah, if you were actually going to do the gutting, it is the one you had already started on. You see like a chunk of her head. It's like this part of it is sort of like crumpled and missing, but you can see even through the sort of like cut across her cheek and forehead that was definitely Madame Eva.
Do I blind see this?
Yeah, you see the shape of a. Actually, you would.
Neither seen. Can't you talk to dead people?
You're awfully quick to just go back into the old routine, eh?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was under the impression that you had come here to rescue me so that we could kill the fucking bastard. I'm just trying to get us back to business, right? So like, I don't like, you're here, I'm here, we've made it back together. I'm out of there, but not really out of there because he has control over everything here and we have to kill him. So I don't understand what you are not understanding. Where
I don't understand your sometimes your fixation, because at this point you've gone back, and yes, he did whatever his magic did to you, maybe in more ways than one. But in either way, you go back and Svetlana, we scry on this.
I'm at
We
this
come
point.
here.
I'm at this point
No,
going to
no,
grab
no,
Noller like by his shirt
Okay.
and be like,
I let this happen.
listen, you
No.
don't understand. The
No,
process
don't listen.
no, listen. And I like,
You listen to
Can I
me.
try it?
You listen to me. You
Can I
keep
try it?
talking nonsense
Nursing,
every
you're just
time
like
you do.
looking at your parents fighting. It's just
Can I
like,
go over and just start trying to put Eva back together from the like a puzzle?
there's not much to put together.
Can I?
Her-
Can I?
There's literally like a forearm. You can recognize a couple of the rings on the bitten off fingers.
Oh, it's definitely going to look like one of those toys from the first Toy Story.
Half of
Like-
her head. Well, 2/3 of her head.
Those fucked up Toy Story toys. They're like,
I do like that Noller and Svetlana are just screaming at each other, just both grabbing one another's clothing, just screaming at each other in the middle of fucking Barovia.
and I'm just going to be over here playing.
And fucking dog guts over
No,
here.
so I'm like at this point like growling like and trying to get my sentence out. Listen, the process has already begun. I'm already turning into her. If we do not hurry up and kill him, first of all, I will be gone, which was not part of the plan. And second of all, she will be here, which is not what anyone wants, including herself. So we have to just kill him before it happens. I'm pretty sure if we kill him, we can stop it from happening. That's how spells work, right? So...
Okay, now you listen to me
and then
first.
I put him down and like
Okay,
back
you're
up,
done. Okay.
and then ask Neresin, do you know?
No.
how to talk to dead
You
people?"
listen to me now. You listen to me. You don't understand how fucked up in the head you are sometimes, and you've done this shit every single time, and just go back to killing. Oh, okay, fine. You're turning into someone. Fine, we can stop that. But hey, you don't understand how much is going on and how much of a love-hate relationship you're dealing with right now. It's fucking you in the mind. And I know probably you know, but still, stop.
No, there's no love-hate game going on here, right? There's other lady inside my like psyche, right? That he thinks is in love with him. Problem is, he's literally unlovable monster. Therefore, she could not actually possibly love him. And he thinks that she loves him so much that if he just put her ghost in my body, that she's gonna be like, oh, Strahd, I missed you so
Here's the
much.
problem though. As much as I hate to say it, and probably hear you scream again, one way or another, you enjoy part of it. We saw it.
If what you think you saw was me enjoying part of it, then you are like beyond more stupid than I originally thought that you were. And so what I need you to do is
would you two either fight to the death or fuck already?
Neresin, you speak with Dead?
No, I don't have any third level spells anymore. I don't have anything higher than a second.
But if we were to like get some rest, you would be able to talk to the dead, yes?
No.
Dang it.
Nah.
I'm going to take out Eva's
Different
head
road.
from the guts and like
They're
wrap
already
it.
sort of like positioned, like Neresin. You saw Neresin sort of rooting around in this thing's guts again. There's just sort of like her head, and then her arm was put sort of like relative to where it would have been originally. But that's about all that's inside of this one.
I'm just showing the head.
And then I'm going to put the head in like little fur bundle to carry, and then we have to go and search that camp. That camp might have information to like weapons that are actually here in Barovia that we could use to kill this asshole once and for all.
Roll me a history check with advantage.
Actually, with Madame Eva, we spoke to her. We met her.
Yes, we met her.
We slept in her camp. Yeah.
You did?
She actually even gave us a reading.
Yes.
Okay.
No, no bullshit on the side.
17. That's a 17.
Okay.
There were 4 cards.
Okay.
There was Dark Lord, the Executioner, a queen in a woman in a throne with a crown, and a man looking into a crystal ball with 5 figures in the ball looking up out at him.
And also, if you want to know why I say what I said, she is also the one that said that.
I also put her name on my back.
She did that, yes. But either way, in case you realize, once and for all, on these rebels on this land, yes, we know it because we also know that this whole process has repeated several times over.
She did say this would be the last one.
Yeah, but not with me, dum-dum. It's always with someone else. It's just that he's doing the same thing over and over again. Hence why we have to kill him.
I think that's happened with you already inside. I think she told us that too.
Did she say it happened specifically with me?
Not specifically, but you've been...
Exactly. No, thank you.
Stop coping. Stop coping with your own words and sense
Stop
of that.
feeding your own delusions, man. What is it? Are you afraid? Are you afraid of him? Is that it? Are you afraid of him? Are you afraid that your little weak human body cannot defeat a god of death?
I want to be very clear that as this is happening, we start to see this lycanthropic form diminish. And so it's sort of happening in real time as Svetlana is berating you. Well,
but I'm naked, right? So now you're just seeing boobies and everything.
That she's absolutely naked, standing there, just shaking a finger at Noller, and Nersine, you
I want it to be very clear.
You can sort of sense this naked form, and you sort of cast your perspective over to the dress, which is laying on the ground to your left.
I want to make it very clear that Svetlana has some of the nicest breasts you've ever seen in your life. I just want you to know that.
Perfect Hershey's kiss.
Xander had to go through this when Nersine was disrobed, and so I will offer you the opportunity to describe, if any, bush.
Oh, no, yeah, you cannot, no, you actually legitimately cannot see her vagina at all. She has full bush because she's part wolf. So it's almost like she wouldn't really even need to wear bottoms, but she has that perfect V, protruding hips that make the V line into the bush. So it's perfectly molded, and it's thick, but it's not wild. It's poofy and nice. Yeah. But she legit has she has perfectly perky, she has the double D breasts of a 22-year-old that are just perfectly perky, that haven't started to sag yet at all, and just nice, they're plump.
It was the hip bones for me. I mean, everything else has been icing on this cake.
Yeah, and obviously very pronounced abs because that's how skinny she is. Okay, wait, real quick, out of game, because that was said really fast. It was the Dark Lord, the Queen, and what else?
The Mage.
The Mage.
4 cards: Dark Lord, Executioner, Queen, and Mage.
And the Executioner came after the Dark Lord.
What's up, dog?
So anyway, we should just try and find
after them saying those things, and assuming with that history roll, I already know what the cards mean, right?
I mean, a couple of them are sort of dead giveaways.
Right.
The Dark Lord is obviously me.
Yeah.
No.
You knew that the whole time.
What do you mean?
I'm like, I bet the card looked exactly like him even.
No, they're actually.
I wouldn't know.
They're actually sort of like very simplified graphics. They're sort of silhouettes of these images. Like the one with the mage is like a mage holding his hand with a crystal ball with 5 individuals looking up at him as he's sort of like looking down, just in black. And sort of like a gold embossed background.
Yes. So can I still want to go back and search the wait, so when she gave you this reading at all, okay, so she's saying yes, okay, there's like love-hate relationship between Strahd and I. There, like, I've actually told you all about our love-hate relationship. You literally know it from start to finish.
The only problem is that you don't realize how much it's a magnet that somehow it manages to pull you back in again and again and again. And I don't think that you shouldn't kill him. I'm saying that you are doing it.
There might be a more complete way of doing it than just like walk up and stab.
Other than that, it's also the fact that every single time Strahd appears, and even though there's been insults, there's always been a moment where you just crumble to your knees like a schoolgirl, and somehow you just fly right at it. Don't you think there's something else there? I mean,
yeah, it's called magic. What are we
okay? I do just want to jump in. Are we sure that it's a magic that's doing it to you?
I know. But why does it
I want to roll insight. I want to roll insight.
Why does it keep happening always?
I want to penance stare this bitch. I want to make her not be able to tell me a lie.
She is like, can he be this stupid?
Roll a charisma saving throw.
He does not
Okay,
understand when a person is charmed.
Charisma saving throw. Svetlana, charisma saving throw.
Charisma?
Oh, this is delightful.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Ah, fuck.
It continues to bitch. Unfucking.
Like, like, really, can you be that stupid that you not notice when a person is being charmed? You like, I'm sorry that he's so strong that he can capture my mind, and I'm sorry that I have that kind of connection with him that he can capture my mind, because trust me when I say I would really much rather him make you fall in love with him. And take you away to his castle.
As you say that, you hear.
I offer no address. No.
And you see a gentleman sort of like waddle out of the mist, and he's got on sort of a small tan bowler hat, and he takes it off and holds it in front of his chest. He's dressed sort of in what was once probably a nice suit, but you can see areas where it's gone threadbare and been repaired a few times. And he's got sort of a medium length gray and silvery beard. And he says, "Excuse me, can you help me? I think my daughter's been taken."
Sure.
Can you not see that we're busy right now?
No, let's help him.
Hey, before you have to do anything, we're complaining over here.
Well, they're complaining. How can I help you?
Yeah, as you step forward and the other two continue to berate one another.
I think at that point I would probably just walk away back like towards that. Oh, but there's like a cliff in between me and the camp, isn't there?
I mean, there's a long walk back. That's for sure.
I think I'm gonna continue to gut the wolves and see if there's anything else in their guts from the camp that would be of use to me.
Roll an investigation check. This is not. Yeah, it's not too bad so far.
I have advantage on the investigations. 21.
Okay. There's a few things in here actually. Uh, One is an incomplete stack of Taroka cards.
Heck yeah. How many?
18. You can see the smears of blood from the fingertips. They were probably they were undoubtedly Madame Eva's.
Oh, so I found them in the same wolf? Or were they in a different wolf?
They were in a different wolf.
Weird.
They shared.
You do also find a hand around it's sort of it's a little bigger than a dagger. It's not quite like a full length short sword, but it is going to count as a short sword. It's very rudimentary, but it's still a goddamn short sword. And then you find a pair of 18-inch stiletto heels in the
He was kidding. You find a 30-inch pair of stilts.
Yeah, exactly.
You just find a pair of stilts.
I'm probably right now. I'm writing it down because I'm probably gonna do this later. But like, do I need to essentially delete everything from my inventory?
We're not gonna. I mean,
including my bag of holding. I'm assuming I don't have that anymore either.
Technically, yes. There may be the bag of holding, especially. But some things you might just be able to get that are mundane.
Is there any way for me to look down at this? Because my simple white dress is also a serpent scale, similar to her like red dress. Would it be possible for me to like just at least like offer her the cloth from that and be like, I think it's gonna be like a mini skirt on you, but it's not the clothing he gave you, and it's armor. I can just cut up the other one and make that one tiny.
Right.
It's not pretty.
This is
but
gonna be like, remember how we talked to your sister about taking like a white ribbed tank top and like cutting it in half and making like one top and the other the skirt.
And so it'll just be a top on her.
Right, but I already like wrap wolf fur around me? Like, didn't I just like?
Yes, but this is armor.
I just cut it, right?
You put it on and then you just sort of like went on about what you were doing, and because it's still wet fucking flesh, it stuck for a minute. And then it just started to like peel off of you in like ropey strands.
I'm just saying, this is armor. It will protect you.
The cloth is armor.
Do you want it or not?
I'm just gonna like.
Okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start cutting her
It literally
dress.
is only covering my boobs though. That's it.
Well, you have serpent scale armor then.
And
I'm gonna go
scale armor.
And what if when I'm cutting this red dress?
You're gonna try and cut the red dress?
I'm gonna try and like basically just try and like.
That's dragon scales. It's not going to cut very easily.
Well, I guess I'll just try and like hike it up and see if I can find any way to like just fold it.
Bunch it, roll it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I guess, bunch it at this point, and I'll be like, we'll figure this out at a later time, and I'll have an arm full of it while I'm just kind of like.
Okay. Svetlana's still got her push out. Okay, good. Glad we could make some progress.
You're welcome.
Just the boobies are covered.
Just
what? People are still. They might be bisected, but there's still pants available. I'm not saying you have to wear any. I'm just saying like. It is there.
As we're like, when we look around the town, are there any people out?
There's literally a guy standing right there with a hat in his hand,
Right.
like an NPC.
Yeah, right.
Waiting
So I'm
for
going to
you
look at
to-
him after I like tie the serpent scale around me. I look at him and just like, and then
he doesn't seem to have
like,
yeah, he doesn't like flinch from that.
yeah,
He
and then I
doesn't
look
seem
at
to
them too, and then I look at them too, and then I'm like, it's basically like they're not here. It doesn't really matter what you're wearing around them.
Yeah, we noticed that.
Yeah, he's
it's because they're all just empty shells. They are just like zombie people
yeah, he doesn't have like even an
here.
idle animation. He's just sort of standing there looking at you.
Can I walk over to him and like push him over?
Yeah.
Cool.
You sort of push him, and he just sort of
like oof, like not gently in any way. I like as if he were like a toy, like a standing toy. I'm like, poof.
Yeah, as you sort of like shove him, he sort of staggers, and his left foot catches on the rise to the sidewalk, and he falls over, and sort of like almost without letting go of his hat, he sort of like sits up on his butt and sort of rocks himself forward and sort of stands back up, and he starts to sort of crumple the edge of his hat again nervously, and he says, can you help me find my daughter? And he just sort of sits there, and now he sort of has like an idol where he's just sort of crunching the rim of his hat.
Why are you being violent to the poor man?
Because it is a trap. You want to go help him find his daughter? Fine. Let's go help him find his daughter. Let's see where this adventure takes us. Like, yeah, it's just like a theme park. Let's go. No, I like this. No, I like this. Maybe I'll be able to find some better weapons. You're right. Let's go. Let's just go on this fun little
well, maybe I'll find something that can help hem this dress at least. Let's go.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I've really done this.
I'm just I think I'm like carrying it like a
what, you don't want to go to Disneyland with our little Neuroscene and enjoy the attractions they have to offer?
We could go back to the camp, as you say, or maybe we can find all the resonance of magic energy and see where Azrak might be, and also where Adraldida is, and also where fucking Esmeralda had went. She still went with the dog to the woods, and she hasn't returned yet.
What happened to the skinny man? That the skinny Zero? What happened to him?
Zero blew up. You were there.
No, not the Zero. The new Zero. The new Zero that replaced the Zero. What happened to him?
He hasn't returned.
I think Nola left him in Sigil.
No, I didn't let him in Sigil.
You left him?
Don't blame me on the name.
Where is
I'm just saying, like,
you blew up Sigil.
No, that was a different me, literally and metaphorically.
It's always a different you near the scene. How's your brother, by the way?
I hope amazing. It's been so long since I've seen him.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
Well, Clover.
I personally agree with Nollard. I think we should probably, search the encampment, or I don't know, find the rest of our party and have full strength to be able to go and kill the bastard finally.
No, here. Stop going for it.
No, all of you be quiet.
Wait, where's Adele?
Control your teams.
Or wait, no, not Adele.
As you say the bastard, all three of you here, and you see the idle animation of this guy crumpling his hat come to a stop, and you see a broad head sticking out of the front of his forehead, and he's still smiling as a thin rivulet of blood starts to run down his nose and off to one side. And then you see him slump to his right and let go of his hat as his body goes limp. And as you look to the south, you see a figure moving heel toe softly over cobblestones. And as they step forward, you can see that in their left hand they have a long ebony bow, and with little feathered dampeners on this ivory string. And they've got these long ox blood gloves that come high up to the elbow. And you see this long hair, which is at first straight and then sort of pulled around to the side in bundles of curls. And you see this ox blood leather robe that sort of cuts at the knees. And it's belted with a thick hide belt and a quiver of arrows on the right side, a rapier on the left, and a dagger as well, with a pouch between the dagger and the quiver. And as she steps forward, she says, "My God, Svetlana, you're back." And Svetlana, as you turn, you look out, and you see Irina. That is where I'll leave you tonight.
Hey, do you know how to hem skirts?
Yep.
I want to be clear. To help quell Svetlana, I've given you magical armor and taken something that negates my sneaking, and that is now 5 times too big for me.
It's only 2 times too big for you, but it's probably 5 sizes too big for you.
But why did you do that?
Because you were naked and wearing wolf skin that was
sometimes I gotta say, I
I
think Donald ducking it is worse than being naked. Full nudity just has a sort of like.
Well, this way she has some protection at least.
You can't see vagina because it's covered by bush, so it's like I'm wearing
a merkin. Yeah,
it's about things
it,
not like
but
hitting you with a 12 to hit. I'd rather not see you get rocked by a sentient
peasant
sponge.
with a club.
To be fair, my AC is pretty high for not having any armor on.
Yeah, probably like a 15 base.
19 base, 10 base, but like with everything I have, it's more than that. With all my like racial and class features.
Oh yes, unarmored. Yeah.
Also, am I still glowing red?
No.
Oh wait, so give me back my fucking dress if you have
only
unarmored. That actually negates.
Nice.
It would negate your.
Yeah,
unarmored
when your lycanthropic sort of effect diminished. That is now gone.
Sweet.
There are a bunch of dead direwolves, though, in the middle of the street because you guys litter.
We come in leather.
Can I make a dagger out of their teeth?
Then give me back everything I've given you if you're just gonna fucking forge this. Give it all back.
Well, I mean, that's what I was trying to do, but everything was happening so fast. I was trying to like search the surrounding city area to find the things I need to turn the fur into an outfit.
I'm climbing her, trying to like pull
I still have this fur, by the way. I'm adding that to my inventory. I have like a fresh fucking roll of direwolf fur.
Okay.
I don't know why I tried to be nice to you.
That's going to start stinking as soon as this egg timer goes off.
Right, but like we're in a town. That you're telling me that in this town I can't find somewhere to like not like make sure that doesn't happen and make it wearable.
I mean, if you want to take it to the it's.
Are you proficient in leather working tools?
Yeah, it's a great question.
Does Svetlana know the tanning process? I only know bits and tidbits I've seen on TikTok.
I mean, I'll say this: there are some brains if you want to harvest them to tan the hide. Every animal has enough brains to tan its own hide.
Oh man,
a lovely ratio.
I have proficiency in alchemy for sure, but
you can make a hell of a
and in thieving.
Maybe you can do something with the blood and maybe.
But I have tons.
Just draw.
Unless all my fucking gold is missing too. I had a ton of gold.
Who are you buying from? They're all dead.
You have a dress?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't need
dress.
like literally all I need is a shop and I will get one of the zombies to do it.
It's right over there. You know
What
the fucking
zombies?
layout of this town. You grew up here.
What
so
zombies?
I would just take that further to a place that I know and get an outfit made.
That's
and then
gonna
they'd
take
see me,
time.
And they'd see me and they'd know that it's me, and I'd be like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. Strahd's gonna take care of it."
Yeah, time. Time that'll go good. Here. It's gonna take time to dry out the leather, and it's gonna take time.
That's fine. You just let me know when that outfit is done, and I have it in my inventory.
We're gonna take a vacation episode.
So we're gonna wait like an entire half a week here, just doing nothing. I'm bigger.
We can be in the surrounding area while it's happening. You don't understand. We're in my home now. Like, I know.
We don't have time to be in the surrounding area. There's more uptown than just your hometown and Strahd. There's actually more I'd say. There's another creature here that also comes from Domain of Dread that is also here.
I'm just trying to stick.
Maybe we can get him to kill Strahd for us.
That's not gonna be that easy.
Anyway,
I feel like also pulling his name and using it to pull favors is just going to make it harder. I feel like it just puts a target on our back.
Yeah, exactly.
I will also say this. While, I mean, Svetlana, you've sort of had both sides of the coin here because you grew up here, and so there are certain ways that you can sort of engage people. The soulless ones, you can't discern who's got a soul or not until you like interact with them. Most of essentially the quest givers of Barovia are soulless entities. There are tradespeople, however, they're still, if not easily manipulated, easily intimidated. And so it doesn't take much to get people to do what you want them to do because they've all got big NPC energy.
Yeah. I am a little irked, Hadley. You did not forewarn me that I was going to be restarting this campaign with no equipment whatsoever.
Why would I?
That would have been nice to know.
Why would I be responsible for telling you before our session?
Because that would be nice to know, because that's something I feel like a player should know before they go into a game. It changed everything.
Here we go again.
I don't know if you're aware of this after a year and a half of playing with me. We do shit live around here.
I'm just going to delete everything.
You can add one red dragon scale dress. And one...
I can't. It's mirror scenes now.
Partially...
Well, no, I'm taking the dress if she's taking the other thing. I need something to protect me.
This is a good game, Dungeons and Dragons.
I was trying to be nice because I knew she wasn't going to wear the fucking dress. She's just running around naked.
She is.
I don't even have clothes. I don't even have clothes right now.
I tried giving you some, but then you decided you'd rather run naked.
I don't have any of my. I don't have my crossbow. I don't have my.
Apparently now you just have a necklace.
I don't have my rapier.
It looks like two droplets of blood sort of cascading down.
I don't have a backpack.
No.
I once again, as I put my own dress back on, I pushed the dragon scale back towards you and just put on the fucking dress.
Have a bag of holding. Apparently somewhere I have a chest. I don't know where this chest is though. Oh, it's at the Mercenaries Guild.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I now have nothing.
No, you have a necklace. Ruby blood droplet necklace.
I will still carry the red dress, and every now and again just offer it to her.
I'll take the dress. I gave back your snake skin.
I'm just, while she's sleeping, I'm trying to like jimmy it on her. Like, just fucking put it on, you stupid. You're gonna get stabbed.
No, I'll keep the dress then.
Has resistance to fire, and you don't.
Dagger. Just a regular dagger.
You do have a short sword, and you've got 18 tarot cards.
Yes.
Ooh, you could be like Gambit
they
and use your
are
blood right on the
covered in
cards
blood.
and then throw them.
Oh shit, you want to fucking Gambit this shit up?
You could do that. Suddenly become French. Ah, mon ami, hello. Oh, such a cool character. I should try to figure out a way to make Gambit. I guess that would just be like a flavored psionic dagger rogue, where it would just be like making psionic cards and then
hot. That's beautiful. Love that.
a gambler.
You could do like shuriken.
Oh yeah. Or even if you had like later levels an artificer to get the returning weapon. I started replaying Cyberpunk after watching Cyberpunk, and I started doing a throwing daggers build. I didn't know every dagger in that game is a returning dagger. I thought I had to go collect that shit. No, it just pops right back into my fucking hand. For the first, like, I want to say 4 hours of really trying to play, I was running up after fucking get my daggers, run back here. And then one time I was like, oh no, I missed my daggers. Fuck, I missed the time. It said I only had 4 seconds to pick it up. And then it just popped up in my hand and I was like, what the fuck?
Do all of
Everything just comes back.
That dress doesn't give me armor though, right?
Yes, it does. You said it was a red dragon scale dress. That's a real item. Dragon scale armor, I'm assuming. Red dragon scale armor.
But then that cancels out my unarmored, right?
If it's less than. I mean, you can also...
It would override. It would override. Otherwise... I would not worry about it, is what I would say. Because your unarmored sort of defenses are going to probably be better. Just a thin magic. It is made with magic.
I just wish there was a way to, like, work it into her. At least, like, a sheer shirt. You know, something just so she can have that fire resistance.
It was created with magic, so it's not. Yeah, that's when you started like trying to cut at it. It was just like no.
Gotta find a magic tailor.
It's one of my favorite NPCs to play. Is the magic tailor. It was my first job. Was a tailor in a tuxedo shop.
Really?
Yeah.
So is it acting? So it's acting as red dragon scale mail.
Technically.
Which gives me an AC of 14 and would take away the +3 that I have of unarmored.
Yeah. So you can just have it but not equip it and still wear it if you're going to wear it. It is worth money.
But then you are naked. And
only as long as you like hand it off to the clerk and then you sort of scroll down the list to purchase armor. and then go into your inventory and equip it.
Walks into a tailor naked holding a dress. I want to sell these and get clothes. And it's like, do we call the guards or do we do business?
Around here, they just do business.
I feel like D&D Beyond is all fucked up for me right now because it's saying that I'm carrying 240 pounds of things when I'm very clearly not.
Make sure you didn't accidentally double your starting equipment. I've done that at times when I've had to like remake a character or do certain things, sometimes I accidentally add starting equipment again. Things get doubled up on.
Yeah, but like that's the whole thing. Is like so like I have a chest and then I have the equipment that I have on me, right? And the equipment that I have on me.
The chest is probably what it is.
Oh yeah.
Even with the chest, it does not come out to the total amount of pounds that it says that I'm carrying.
What about coinage?
Oh yeah, gold coins. Yeah, you're carrying
10,000 gold coins, which I don't actually have anymore.
A fucking Daffy, who was the Scrooge McDuck-esque fucking like bag of money that you're just like naked with the bag and you're like, yeah, no, this is fine.
There we go. There we go. I've got no money.
I'll buy you. I have money. I do have money. I can help buy you things.
Yeah, I also have money.
We have much money ever since we raided that storeroom back in that castle.
Mm-hmm.
Lady of Pain took much from me. My psyche, my will to live, myself. But gosh, she left my bank account alone, and I love her for that.
Well,
it was almost worth the insurmountable amount of time.
It was a week.
It was much more than a week.
It was definitely like it may have been. Actually, I don't even think it was but a fucking day.
Oh, yeah, it turned into aeons.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't.
Yeah,
that's as good as
what is it? It looks shiny.
Yeah, I got new metallic dice. Oh, you can kind of see the rainbow a little bit. Yeah, but like it's made out of metal, and then the metal in between the like numbers and shapes is rainbowy.
I want to say an airsoft gun, but it's just full of metal D20s.
Jesus.
Roll for initiative, motherfucker. Wait, that's just a gun.
I cast gun.
Just an old school blunderbuss. You're just fucking dropping in gunpowder and D20s. Fucking, let's go, you son of a bitch.
That would be a very effective weapon, I think.
Snake eyes.
All right, y'all. Well, my cousin wants to hang out with me. So.
Svetlana.
What?
Hang on just a second. Let me refresh this before we send you off.
What, my
oh God.
my character?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I did everything I needed to do to her.
You did everything you needed to do, except level her up to 14.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, we're level 14 now, by the way.
You let me do that whole session?
I didn't.
At
none of us would have known.
13?
Yeah.
He's only seeing it now.
It's only one level.
Yeah.
Well, it can make a difference depending on where you are in your levels. Because it can be like for monks, it's level 5 versus 6, and 6 is where you get your cool shit. Or like us between a new meta magic option. Or
no, yeah, but it is if it is in a redundant option with whatever else you have.
What are you gonna put it in?
Better class to level up in.
You're a barbarian rogue, right?
I am a blood hunter barbarian.
Barbarian rogue.
So I'm at level 8 with blood hunter, level 3 with barbarian, and level 2 with rogue.
Oh, put it in rogue.
Yeah,
doesn't rogue
get
your subclass.
Sneak attack and your subclass, yeah.
And that's when you get your cunning action, I think, right? So you get your bonus action.
No, cunning action is level 2.
That's level 2, okay. Yeah, definitely go for that third and rogue, so you get the subclass. Oh, you could choose psionic blades, and then you have weapons whenever you need weapons.
Okay, wait. Okay, so
that way she'd never need another sword or anything again.
We'll just fight naked all the time.
Just fight naked, psychic damage to everything. Oh, and you get a bonus action, psionic blade, if you take that too. You get many attacks. I'm trying to think what else. What other subclass with Sveti? Maybe
I really love the sort of like metaphor of Svetlana laid bare in this episode.
Strahd is just somewhere in his castle. He's just wearing all of her magical gear, all of it at once on top of his own clothes, just sitting in his chair like, nice.
Yeah.
It was like, thought she was going to come back to try and get this shit, but she really just left. Backfire.
Yeah, he's like drinking a big goblet of blood. Like it's sort of like pouring down the sides of his mouth. His black painted lips, and you see his mascara starting to run.
She really left this time, man.
She'll be back. He sort of like crushes the glass in his hand.
They all come back. Wipes tears with band of intelligence or something.
Right.
I'm sure there's magical people we can rub.
In this economy?
Well, I mean, if we do take a trip back to the Vistani camp, they've got to have a magical something in us somewhere, maybe.
There's like 3,000 people in Barovia, and like another few hundred in the like outlying areas of Ravenloft.
So we just go find the people in the highest towers and the biggest palaces who hoard all the shit.
There's one palace.
Okay, no, I mean the mayors and the like. There's towns, right? They gotta have mayors or something, right? So there's always corruption. There's
a walled sort of encampment far to the west, across a ravine that encircles the greater part of Ravenloft.
Well, there's always some corrupt official hoarding a bunch of bullshit. All we got to do is find that guy.
He probably is the guy in a church somewhere.
All right, let's go burn down some churches.
There's 3 to choose from.
This is how we'll gear Sveti out.
One of them
Shopping
is
trips
again
and
inside the walls on the other side of a ravine.
It'll be fine.
Not as tall as the one that Castle Ravenloft is on.
We just got to get A to B. We can build one of those Red Bull gliders, like when they have that competition where they just kind of go off the edge, and we just got to get like
suit with the jet handhold.
We'll just use the gust cantrip and just kind of.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm gonna become psionic.
Yep. Yep. Now you don't need the weapons. Psionic's really cool. I have a backup character who's a psionic, and I like the later on they just get that basically a homing, like you can throw your blade, and if you miss, you can spend a dice and make it hit.
Yeah.
Just add it, or you can teleport to the dagger later on, which is cool. But that's like level 9. It's really cool. I love pairing that up with a Psi Warrior in a fighter and then just making it a Jedi. Give him the telekinetic. Yep. Next thing you know, it's bump bump bada bump 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 bada bump bump bada bump.
John Williams only knows how to go hard.
Throw in 3 levels of Bard of Eloquence, and suddenly you don't. I'm not the one you're looking for. Advantage and deception can't roll lower than a 9. Ah, you aren't the Bard I'm looking for. No, I'm not.
Oh no. All right. Well, I think we did it, y'all. You made it through. You didn't die. You killed some dire wolves. You the 3 of you were reunited. And it feels so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Now we just need to go find our little flat-footed friend who disappeared.
Correct.
Do I have to fix my max HP?
Did it change?
Did it? I don't know.
It should have when you go up a level.
It might have.
It actually went down.
Yeah, sorry, it's weird. At level 14, you lose hit points.
You also lose those additional skill.
Yeah, you lose 2 ABI just right.
I don't know if it went up or not because I don't remember what it was before. So, That's it. That's it.
Well, now she's got psionic weapons. She's got the range
So
too.
now I've got psionic weapons.
Imagine a flaming psionic dagger, just a piece of flame vaguely looking like a dagger hurtling at you in midair, and you're like, what is that? I can't, oh God. It hurts my brain and my flesh. Oh God, you're gonna give people the worst migraines ever.
Yeah, I get energy weapons now. Figure out how that works next week.
I mean, it works pretty
Cool to see
easily.
them manifest.
You are so angry, you can manifest physical weapons. That's how.
My wild surge kind of already does that, depending on what the number I get on my dice roll is.
Also, I would be glad to give you some flavor there, so that they sort of are extensions of your natural weapons in your lycanthropic form.
Wait, what?
Oh, like Wolverine, kind of like.
Literally only talking to you.
Sorry, I got distracted. But were you talking about psionic weapons coming out of me like Wolverine?
Well, that's what Xander's sort of take on it was. I was saying sort of an extension of your natural weapons.
Ooh, I could just grow my claws out.
Essentially, yeah, you just see like this psionic sort of like before your claw even got there, already digging in.
Yep.
Oh, and you'll get to do that cool anime thing where they just like wave their claw and then like shoots out.
Yeah.
Yes. Good. Very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Beautiful. Well, with
That
all
would've been
that
really
said
helpful.
and done, unfortunately, I must bid you all au revoir and sayonara, and remind you as always to be good, take care of yourselves, and if you can't be good, don't get caught.
Or kill the witness.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Doodles.